Title is Tether Tactics Won't Cancel Lord Jamar. What do you mean? Everybody is talking crap because Lord Jamar is doing a show with VLAD and they're blowing it out of proportion. They're saying he's going back to VLAD TV and they lying on him. Me doing a show with a dude that I'm beefing with so that we can get clarity. What's wrong with that? We got a lot to talk about because Lord Jamar is being attacked very badly by tethers. Poetic Flacco is a tether, and Godfrey is a tether, and Lord Jamar has done more for black people than both of them put together, so ain't no goddamn way that I'm gonna side with some damn Godfrey or Poetic Flacco over Brand Nubian, over Lord Jamar, over, are you serious? Y'all that off code? Are y'all that off code? I mean, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and ask a question, are you that damn off code? You serious? Now, these tethers are mad, and guess what? Let me let you hear Godfrey responding to Jamar lying on the man. And all the black people is listening to Godfrey and Flacco and not Jamar. That's crazy. Listen.
Lord Jamar is going back to VLAD. He's going back to VLAD, man. I'm like, wow.
Yo, what's up?
So everybody tripping like Lord Jamar ain't going back to VLAD. Going back to VLAD mean I work for you and I'm on a contract. What Lord Jamar is doing, and I don't know why everybody lying on Lord Jamar. What Lord Jamar is doing, him and VLAD is about to have a big sit down about the fallout. Does that mean I work for you? That mean I'm back? Of course, you gotta pay me for being here talking to you now, of course. But you jumping the gun saying he going back to VLAD. People want to know what the fallout was all about because when they fell out, there was really no clarity other than he misquoted Farrakhan. This is gonna be the first sit down after 5 years, but I'm gonna tell y'all today why I'm not mad at Lord Jamar for going back to VLAD if he do go back. Because I think y'all making it too deep, y'all making it like y'all overreacting. Like, for example, right, I'm gonna show you what I mean, right? People said Jamar is half Jamaican, Godfrey full African, Poetic Flacco full African. If you got half black in you, you one of mine, dog. Chill with that. That's right. If you half black in you, you my brother. I can't call you a tether if you half nigga. How I'ma call you a tether? You got half of my blood in you. Flacco ain't got none of my blood. Godfrey ain't got none of my blood. And these two guys are working together to attack Jamar. He's mean more to my people than those two tethers do. And I'm not finna fall for the tether tactics. And I'm about to expose these tether tactics today. Somebody said he's half Afro-Guyanese, not half Jamaican. So Jamar is half something. We know he's half something. I already been knew that. And I'm gonna just tell you something. I don't care if Lord Jamar was full Afro-Guyanese. I still wouldn't call him a tether because Lord Jamar is sincerely connected to the culture. He's like, his spirit is intertwined. You can't tell me he's not this. Like, he's one of us, dog. And it don't mean you got to have full blood. It mean you got to have full spirit, my nigga. That's right. Your spirit got to be on our frequency. And guess what? Godfrey's spirit ain't on our frequency, y'all. Right. Let me tell you something. Poetic Flacco's spirit ain't on our frequency. Now, let me tell y'all something real quick. They said Jamar isn't F. Why you hating on Lord Jamar, James? Jamar don't got to claim FBA for him to get my support. He stand for things that I stand for. Why you mad? That's right. You ain't gonna make me mad at Jamar. You see, when Lord Jamar was trying to say that other races of people didn't have no play into hip hop, I went after him. I went after Lord Jamar and I gave the tethers their props. I said, listen, you tethers, y'all are tethers, but I ain't gonna lie on you. You did help us with hip hop. We did take a lot of Afro beats, Caribbean drums. I was sampling African drums and tribal drums when I first started hip hop, because it was cool to be ethnic, to be on some African, Bambaataa, whatever. I ain't gonna say Bambaataa, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So, this lets you know that I'm just gonna go for what I think is right, and I'm not no yes man and no fan. But it's a lot we got to unpack, y'all. And George Macon, if you want to help me unpack this, I'm gonna need your help, because Lord Jamar is being attacked by tethers, and I can't believe we falling for it and ride and going with these tethers. Like, ain't no way you finna make me go against Lord Jamar for Poetic Flacco or for Godfrey. Y'all silly as hell. Now let me share some with you what's going on. Let me share some with you what y'all got to rethink this, right? When Lord Jamar was on VLAD TV, he was a breath of fresh air. Tell me I'm lying. See, the thing is, if Lord Jamar go back to VLAD TV, that's a good thing for black people. It ain't a bad thing. Now, what was wrong, right? What I will come down on Lord Jamar for, when he left VLAD TV, he put the race card. He put the race card. Now, guess what? Does that make him a hypocrite? Not to me. Let me tell you why. Everybody and their mama know that VLAD is a culture vulture. VLAD ain't really for black people. VLAD make good content that we like, but it's to get his pockets right. And we don't really care that VLAD is getting his pockets right. Why? We enjoy the content. Let's keep it real. That's right. I'm subscribed to VLAD, and I don't mind showing you right now. Look at my subscription, nigga. Look at my subscription. If you're subscribed to VLAD and you ain't ashamed to say that you watch VLAD TV, drop a 1. Let's get that out the way. It's okay. It's okay. I like watching VLAD. Do I think he be trying to get niggas locked up sometime? Yep. Do I think he care about black people? Nope. But do I enjoy some of the interviews from some of the people that I like on his show? Yeah. I ain't gonna lie about that. Nothing wrong with that. Now, the thing is this right here. Do I look at Lord Jamar as a hypocrite for going back to VLAD? Nope. I look at him like me, you, and everybody else that work for the white man. That's right. I'm gonna tell you why. Most of y'all work for a white company that don't care about black people, but you get up and go to work every day. And you may even complain about this damn racist white company that you work for, but I bet you go to work and you pay your bills. I bet you do. I saw my grandma do it till she died. My grandma worked her ass off till she died. But she always had something bad to say about them people at the job and them white folks that didn't want to promote niggas even though they worked hard. But she didn't say it at work. She waited till she got home and did it. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen so many dudes fall out with their white boss and go to telling us how racist he is. And then when boss give them that raise or offer them their job back, they go back to work and feed their family. And no one says, bro, you was just telling us how racist your boss is at Sam's Club, and now you working with Sam's Club again? Well, you know they promoted me, man. Yeah, my boss is racist, but he gave me the promotion. I gotta feed my children. How many niggas you know bitch about they racist white superior every day? And may even quit the job, go back, quit, but don't nobody care because niggas do that. Niggas do that all the time. That's why I'm not mad at Lord Jamar. You got to keep in mind, Vlad is still an employer. And the reason Poetic Flacco can't talk because his employer is Adam 22. And I'm going to tell you, if I had to pick my poison, whether I want Adam 22 to be my boss or Vlad, I'm going to go ahead and go with Vlad. That's right. Vlad ain't going to have me fighting a different nigga every month and getting spit on. See, Flacco, you making less pennies with Adam 22, and we all know Adam 22 racist, and Adam 22 talk to these niggas like they ain't nothing. Adam 22 talk to y'all like y'all ain't nothing. And so you trying to call Lord JAMAR out is very hypocritical, especially when all you do on No Jumper is degrade black culture and make us look bad. That's right. When Lord JAMAR is on DJ Vlad channel, he make the black man look good. That's right. When Lord JAMAR open up his mouth on DJ Vlad channel, he got some intelligent to say. That's right. Lord JAMAR got some relevant and important to say to black people that's worth something. Unlike Poetic Flacco and Godfrey comedian ass. And also Godfrey, your whole rise to fame was impersonating FBA people. That's right. You're not funny, you're just corny, Godfrey. I'ma say it again, Godfrey. Impersonations ain't comedy. You ain't writing out no real scripts like Cat Williams. You a tether who just know how to cosplay like you're black so good, and that was your rise to fame. See, if y'all pay attention to Godfrey's comedy, Godfrey don't do nothing but imitate black people. Godfrey don't do nothing but do impersonations of Richard Pryor, you know, let's say Jay-Z. He may impersonate Obama. What Godfrey does is what all tethers do. Cosplay like black people. All tethers come over here and act like black people. So Godfrey made that his whole comedy style. Impersonate black men. You don't impersonate what the dudes where he from. But anyway, right? Here's my thing about Godfrey. You betrayed Lord JAMAR. Let me tell everybody how you betrayed him. I want y'all to think about this right here. Imagine you got a friend, a best friend, right? And your best friend come to you with something personal. Your best friend come to you and say, listen, man, I seen a spirit in my bedroom last night. And I believe in spirits now. I'm just giving you a wild scenario. And you going to your best friend thinking that you can trust your best friend, that your best friend won't call you crazy. Some of y'all have been through some spiritual stuff. You've seen some stuff in your life that may be hard to explain to other people. Sometime in the dream world, different things. If you've been injured, you've been out of your body before. Some of you been near death. And when you come back here, you look for someone I can trust to tell this experience to that ain't gonna just call me crazy. Lord JAMAR reached out to Godfrey as a friend to let him know, listen, bro, I think the earth is flat. I got proof for it. You my homeboy. Please don't call me crazy. Hear me out. Let me run down to you the things that I went through to make me think the earth flat. Godfrey didn't allow Lord JAMAR to do that. You know what Godfrey did to his best friend? He went and got a white science professor to debunk his friend live and didn't even tell his friend he was gonna bring him. Oh my God. Talk about betrayal. See, y'all looking at this wrong. Y'all are looking at this wrong. Y'all looking at it wrong. Godfrey betrayed his friend in a very foul way. That'll be like you telling your best friend, listen, I want to tell you something, homie. I just found out some deep information. I found out us black people, we ain't all from Africa. And that most of us been in America, we're indigenous to America, and that we're the Olmecs. That's right. Now you got this profound information that you just found out about your people because they didn't teach us this in school. And you want to go to your friends and share that with them. And you don't want them to do to you what the world gonna do to you, which is ridicule you, laugh at you. So you telling me black people been in America and you supposed to be my homeboy. I'm thinking that you're gonna give me you're at least gonna hear me out and not think I'm crazy. But you do me just like everybody else in the world. I'm trying to tell you, man, listen. I found some new information. We know the people in power lie to us all the time. You my homie. I want to share this with you without you looking at me weird and crazy. Can I do that? Can I open my mind and think outside the box to my homeboy? To my homeboy. Without him laughing at me, getting a white man to come correct me. Looking at me like a joke. Because I want to share with my homie. Listen, homie, I don't think Jesus was a real man that walked the earth. See, because my homie in the church, and I grew up in the church. But I'm thinking this my friend. And if I let him know, listen, I got some new information that goes against everything me and you learned, my boy. My homeboy gonna have a cult-like mindset and counsel me out, cover his ears, and stay in the church. And I'm gonna lead the church. And it ain't that I'm wrong. It's that I thought I had a friend, but he was only cool with me just as long as I believe what he believed. That's right. How many of y'all can relate to that? You think Lord JAMAR fell out with Godfrey because of flat earth when Godfrey fell out with him because of flat earth? All Lord JAMAR fell out with Godfrey for is because you did me wrong because I came with something different than what you think. And I feel Lord JAMAR on that. You my damn homeboy. Don't be looking at me like no dumb flat earther when I'm coming to you serious with some new information. And that's what Godfrey did. Soon as Lord JAMAR came out as a flat earther with this new concept, he was ridiculed by Godfrey. He was ambushed. Godfrey went and got the white professor. Like, let me school my black friend. Let me get the white man to put this nigga back in check. And Godfrey, the same dude that would do that to you when you go against the out of Africa theory, you aboriginals. The moment you say black people didn't come over here on slave ships and the transatlantic slave trade is a hoax, it ain't what they telling us. Guess what? Godfrey will get the white historian on his channel to debunk you too. It ain't just about flat earth. It's about something in these tethers. See, when tethers like Godfrey come to America, they automatically being taught that niggas don't know nothing. So they'll be cool with you and friends with you just as long as you keep rapping hippity hop, hip hop and laughing and being comedians. But the moment you black people start talking about science and you start trying to act like you know who you are and deal with history, then the tethers will quickly let you know we ain't friends. Them tethers is coming over here thinking that the white man know everything. Tethers like Poetic Flacco and like Godfrey, they people teach them that the white man in America is smarter than the black man. That's right. That's why when Lord JAMAR started challenging the white man's science, his tether friend named Godfrey immediately ridiculed him, went at the white man to put this nigga back in place because tethers believe that ain't no way a nigga in America can teach a white man something. Ain't no way some black man in America, you telling me he know more about his history than the white man. If the white man said that you black folks came from Africa and that you was monkeys, it's true, and the tethers don't want to hear what you niggas gotta say. See, what the tethers don't know is we're over here debating the white man and we don't accept what the white man say. We just answer the right answer in the classroom so we can get a good job. That's right. The tethers don't know that though. The tethers don't know that the black people over here on code And we're playing a game with this white man. And no, we don't think he that smart like y'all. See, the tethers believe the white man when the white man say he invented everything. When the black man say, no, the white man didn't invent that, a black man invented that, the tethers start laughing at you. You niggas didn't invent that, boy, stop. The tethers don't know your history. You barely know your history. You just got out of the white man's mindset about history. So what make you think the tethers is woke like you about who you are when you just found out who you are? The tethers is believing everything the white man say. And they'll laugh at any black man trying to challenge this white system. The historians, the paleontologists, the cosmology, anything the white man say is right. And ain't no nigga gonna know more than this white man to a tether. That tether coming from a country that's toe down. And that tether looking at America saying this is what the white man built, which is a lie. Black people, we know we built this place. That's right. We can't expect the tethers to know. We can't expect the tethers to know who we are. We got to realize that it ain't just the white man who your enemy. It's this buffer class of tethers that he put in between you and this system. They will speak down on niggas before the white man have to. They will be the voice of white supremacy. So check this out. Y'all looking at it all wrong, right? If you go to VLAD TV and pull up Lord JAMAR, some of the most relevant content on Vlad's channel, right, is from Lord JAMAR. Let's go through you gotta respect, like, one thing about Lord JAMAR being on VLAD, Lord JAMAR was always on code for black people. He was always FBA. I only watch VLAD consistently when JAMAR was there. The moment JAMAR left VLAD, I stopped watching. Because everybody, it's like no jumperish now. He's the only body with some sustenance. Look at here. Lord JAMAR on Jay-Z's 5% chain and the white man being a devil. You can't say that the white man is a devil on No Jumper. You can't be talking like this on No Jumper with Adam 22. You got to go for the gay jokes. You got to let this white man play with you like a little boy on No Jumper while putting Negroes against each other. If Lord JAMAR go back to VLAD, that'll be the best thing happen on social media, because I'm tired of watching No Jumper and Flacco and Godfrey. It ain't like we ever wanted JAMAR to leave VLAD. So you tethers need to mind your business. This is not y'all concern. Check this out, y'all. Lord JAMAR disagrees with Eminem, saying that Tupac is the greatest songwriter of all time. Good hip-hop conversations like that, you know, whether you agree or not, you know. So check this out. How is rap a black thing? Relevant conversations happening on VLAD TV versus who shot who pulled up on who. Watch this. Lord JAMAR on Eminem admitting he's a guest in the house of hip-hop. Never a beef. That's 5 years ago he was talking about who owns hip-hop. Lord JAMAR, Native Americans are really Africans. America built by slaves. Now, I disagree with him on that. I disagree with the out of Africa theory and the transatlantic slave trade. But check this out. It's a narrative that's opening up on VLAD TV where now, hopefully, VLAD can get some opposition to that on his channel. But what I'm saying is, Lord JAMAR bring these kind of debates to VLAD TV. He bring so him, even if you disagree with him being a Pan-African, guess what? Ain't nobody even talking about the slave trade or nothing on No Jumper. Unless they trying to force it down your throat on some white supremacist stuff, like and undermine us like what Adam 22 did with Bucci Bear against Tariq Nasheed. What I'm saying here It's just Vlad, it's just Jamar and a camera. It ain't a bunch of dudes smoking blunts, selling you a narrative, sucking up to some white weird boss named Adam 22. Like, if you work for No Jumper, you need to keep your mouth shut about this Lord Jamar situation, because you're a hypocrite.
That's right.
You don't have no right to talk about this here situation if you're an employee with No Jumper. Because Lord Jamar working with Vlad TV benefits black culture. But none of you tethers working with Adam 22 is helping us. It's hurting us, man.
That's right.
Now you black niggas need to get on code and quit falling for the tether tactics, because these tethers are very smart. They know how to divide and conquer, and now they got all the black people going against a revolutionary and hip hop and taking the side of No Jumper employees and tethers. You out your mind.
That's right.
Y'all black folks are so off code, man. Y'all so off code, man. Y'all ain't thinking this through. Y'all ain't thinking this through. Okay, Lord Jamar went down and now he's doing a sit down with Vlad TV. So you gonna cancel him for that? Man, no, I'm gonna watch the content. I'm happy he back. It's a breath of fresh air, man. Now, let me show y'all the hypocrisy, though. Let me show you the hypocrisy. Now, here go this tether trying to say Lord Jamar career is over and calling him a nasty sellout. And I'm going to show you why it's hypocritical. Let's play the video.
Picture with Vlad TV just destroyed Lord Jamar's career and turned his...
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. If it's okay for us to fall out with our white racist bosses and then go back to work, but Lord Jamar can't do it just because he's a celebrity. That ain't fair, man. I've worked for racist white bosses a lot in my life. And guess what? I wouldn't dare call them racist on a job. I would tuck my tail and shut my mouth and do my work. And y'all know I'm not lying. Lord Jamar works with a white man and he's at work calling a white man a devil.
That's right.
Lord Jamar works for Vlad TV, but he's up there telling the white man he's a devil. Who's the sellout? Because when y'all working with Adam 22, you can't say what the hell you want to say to your boss.
That's right.
Last time I checked, that's what selling out is. See, Lord Jamar ain't, you can, like, y'all, Godfrey don't compare to Jamar because Jamar the type nigga that got leverage with the white man. He's a 5%er with a brotherhood of black men behind him. So he don't gotta tuck his tail. Because why? He don't need Vlad TV. They both need each other. Because Vlad need niggas like Lord Jamar to even get reputable to black folks, because he know Lord Jamar is respected among black men and the culture. And y'all can't cancel Lord Jamar if you ain't from the culture. Don't nobody got the right to cancel a FBA nigga but a FBA nigga.
That's right.
You tethers need to mind y'all damn business, and I don't even know why black folks falling for that. You think a Poetic Flacco or Godfrey gonna make me... matter of fact, I like Lord Jamar even more now. I'm finna ride with Lord Jamar just to let the tethers know you don't pick and choose and decide who we cancel or not, dog.
That's right.
Mind your damn business.
Entire fan base against him. People aren't upset and tripping because Vlad TV is on this blacklist and nobody is allowed to go to Vlad TV. That's just not true. We all like and support people who go on Vlad TV. I will go on Vlad TV if I had an opportunity to. I watch Vlad TV almost every day.
I want y'all to keep in mind that Poetic Flacco said he would go on Vlad TV if he had an opportunity, but he trying to cancel Lord Jamar for going on Vlad TV. Why? Let's hear why he says hypocritical. Let's hear it.
But the reason why people is giving Lord Jamar a hard time is because Lord Jamar proved himself to be a hypocrite with no integrity whatsoever. A lot of Lord Jamar fans are upset and irate that he's back on Vlad TV because about 3 or 4 years ago, when Lord Jamar was leaving Vlad TV and parting ways, He painted him leaving Vlad TV as this cultural movement that he was doing for black people.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. All niggas do that. And us canceling Lord Jamar for it is sad. Especially when him being on Vlad TV benefits us. You don't got to agree with everything he's saying on there. But it's more sustenance than no jumper. It's a breath of fresh air. Poetic Flacco said he would go on Vlad. Right? Poetic Flacco said that the reason Jamar is a hypocrite for going on Vlad is because he called Vlad out for being a vulture and all that. How many rap artists lead a label and then start telling you how shysty the label is? They go to talking crap about the label and how they wicked and evil and ain't doing artists right, and they just white folks trying to take advantage of black talent. And if the label come to them with a better deal, they gonna take it, even though they just talked all that crap. Guess what? Because celebrities are just like us. We talk crap about our white boss who may be racist. Some of you work for white racist boss. And you probably left the company, came back. This happens to regular people often too. I know so many black folks that'll tell you, yeah, man, them white folks at my job racist than a motherfucker. And they still go back and work for them. And guess what happened? If they fall out with the white folks at their job and have to get another job, then they gonna say, yeah, man, I left them crackers because they was racist. And we know the truth. We know you didn't leave them because they was racist. We know it ain't a revolutionary act. We know this is just what niggas say when they fall out with their white boss. We all are Americans, black people. This is normal stuff. It's no big deal for me. Oh, Lord Jamar's a big hypocrite. Lord Jamar's a big hypocrite. I remember I tried to leave YouTube one time, and I was saying how racist YouTube is, how biased they is to flat earth and all that. And I went to Rumble for like 1 week, and I brought my ass back to YouTube and got monetized, and I know they racist. Nobody said, Sanchez, you're a hypocrite because you back working with these racist white YouTube people, and you just called them out for it. No, because us regular people can do that, but Jamar can't. Why? He a celebrity. He can't do typical nigga stuff that we all do. We got to cancel him for it, but we going to do it every day, though. That's hypocritical.
He even put out like a notice banning all black people from going to Vlad TV, and if they go to Vlad...
Yeah, I'm going to tell you how regular that is, right? I know dudes that work at McDonald's, right? And when they get fired, they'll tell you, man, I wouldn't even eat at that motherfucker if I was you. And they nasty. And they don't wash their hands. Be like, bro, you didn't tell us this when you was working there, but we appreciate that. I mean, what I'm just saying is that this is regular stuff that American employees do. Lord Jamar ain't no different. We all do this. I'm guilty of this.
So can I add a little spice to that too?
Yeah, you're a little muffled. If you can, you might be covering your mic a little, but yeah, there you go. Speak, you got it.
Okay, is that better?
That's a lot better.
Okay, yeah, because the way I see exactly where you're coming from. And then from their perspective, is because they burning the candle on both ends. Like I brought up before, we don't self-identify. We so-called black, or we so-called the new shit, African American. But they come in, they're because of they're the same complexion, they blend in with the culture. But they also have privilege. So they can turn around and sign into the consensus as white. So they have that privilege also. We don't have that privilege. We can't go to no application and put down white. We can't go to no census and put down white because we from Africa. But they are not tied to being it. But they can, they can blend in but all skin folk and kin folk, we've been saying that for years. So if you can burn the candle on both ends like that, you're gonna have that privilege and speak from that privilege perspective to people who have never been given that privilege. And then now you're gonna take it a step further and tell us who we should and should not associate with amongst each other. That's the perspective I'm getting from it.
Let me say something to the people as well. I've just started a goal. And first of all, let me say salutes to Marlon for that profound response there. You know, y'all get to get my mind and the caller's mind as well, and we ain't gonna debate here. We just all giving our particular unique perspective. So we pretty much, but the whole thing is this, guys. I just started a goal, and if you want to participate in the goal, then we need 10 people to send an orange super chat within 2 hours. And what'll happen is, if we can get 10 people to donate $20 within 2 hours, after this stream, we will go live again at 5 o'clock on Bro Sanchez TV with biblical syncretism. I have a fire topic dealing with biblical syncretism. So, yeah, man, if you guys want to participate in the goal, that'll be dope. And we will have a day full of dope streams. So, salutes to that. Let me give a shout out to Panama Jack for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate that. He said you cooking today, bro. Shout out to Jewel. She said these MFs play too much, don't they? I'm gonna break this down. We're gonna break this down for y'all so you can see where I'm coming from if you don't see already. We're off code going with these tethers, and they're trying to get Lord Jamar canceled when he's more of a benefit to us. Godfrey and Flacco, far as I'm concerned, they really hurt us more than they help us. You know, Lord Jamar, you can't show me how he's hurting us. And let me give a big shout out to Marlon Wells, has always been a sponsor of basically every stream we've done for the past couple of months. But appreciate you, bro. So we 1 of 10 right now. We need 9 more people. Let's play the video.
Vlad TV, they will also be blackballed and ostracized from the culture.
Now, since he don't want to respect the culture like we need him to respect, now Operation You're Corny as a Mother, you go up to Vlad is in effect. Point blank. Like, and don't think that I don't have that type of power, because I do. Okay? I'm the one who single-handedly stopped mother wearing skirts in hip-hop.
And if that's true, this man get all the passes he want to get for going where he want to go. If what he just said true, y'all need to back up off Jamar. He got the power to make niggas stop fucking with Vlad, and he got the power to say, okay, y'all, Vlad cool now. He apologized. I think he learned his lesson. I'm going to go back over there and turn this thing back into our narrative over there. And I'm riding with him. See, y'all don't know how to be good soldiers, because guess what? If you stop messing with Vlad because of Lord Jamar, then stand by and wait for the next commandment. That don't mean he ain't gonna never, ever mess with the man again. That's what these tethers is trying to make him look like a hypocrite. He didn't say that. At this moment, he was saying, right now, while I'm beefing with Vlad, if any other dudes go mess with him, that is corny, and I agree with him. Shout out the Rogue Knowledge, and shout out to my brother Leonard Robinson. Appreciate it. He says salutes, bro Sanchez. Much love. Mobile, Alabama in the house once again. You already know. We 2 of 10. We just need 8 more people. Appreciate y'all. We will be going live again if we get these 8 more people, and we'll be on Bro Sanchez TV with a fire biblical topic for Sunday. Check this out, y'all. Y'all misinterpreting what's going on because you taking the tether tactics. You falling for the tether tactics. They giving you the narrative. Yes, Lord JAMAR is saying everything he's saying in this video. And that's right. When your homie beefing with somebody, you don't be messing with them. But if my homie say, oh yeah, he cool, man, we worked it out. Okay, then, all right, then we back messing with him then. That's how I thought it's supposed to go. Let me give a shout out to Charlie. Thank you for the super chat, Charlie. We only need 7 more people now. We're going to do this.
Hang on. Let me give myself a round of applause for that.
You single-handedly, right on.
I
Give yourself an applause.
you heard it? Listen to me tell. I'm gonna give myself another one. I single-handedly stopped my from, fuck with skirts and shit like that. I made them look stupid. You know what I mean? Kind of all these type of motherfuckers. Made it look corny. So guess what? Anybody that goes up there now that's not on code after the main 2 of the main motherfuckers that was on that channel said we ain't fucking with this no more. If y'all continue to go up there, you're corny. You're corny, and we not fucking with you. Because right now, it's all about us as black people staying on code. But
And guess what code means? If one of our hip-hop OGs like JAMAR is on a hip-hop platform like VLAD, and he the one that made, see, this is what a lot of people ain't gonna agree with. Lord JAMAR is, to me, 40 to 50% made VLAD TV.
That's right.
Now, Vlad is a good interviewer. He got a good brand. I'm not taking it away from him, but he always needed somebody that's reputable to help him make that brand solid. Make it, your brand gotta be respected by the real ones. So that means if you're associated with certain people, like if you're a guy like Vlad and you can build a partnership with Lord JAMAR, that is your gateway. Real talk. And that does so much work for you that you don't have to do. You just automatically get all of this respect from all of these solid black men overnight. And I'm talking about Lord JAMAR and a network of solid black men in a brotherhood all across the world, not just America, dude. When we talk about the 5% nation and shit. But check this out, right? You being in favor with a guy like that, it stamps you overnight with the mob. You automatically get all of these perks. You just wake up with them. Now, all of us guys, we still got to earn them. But guess what? Once you build a relationship with Lord JAMAR, he brings you into the fold. See, this is his presence on Vlad TV is what gives it that black ethnic vibe. It ain't that people are just looking at. See, you don't look at Vlad just like. For Vlad, his whole channel is about putting other people on display and being out of the way as much as he possibly can. So my whole thing is this right here. I don't want to talk too much through the video. I'll play a little more. I'll give y'all some more game in the next one. Hold on.
Lord JAMAR was upset that Vlad TV misrepresented what Minister Farrakhan said and refused to apologize to Minister Farrakhan. Now, Lord JAMAR is a 5%er, so it's very understandable why he was riding for Minister Farrakhan as hard as he rode for him. Godfrey is pro-black, but I don't think Godfrey is a 5%er or Muslim. So Godfrey was kind of...
I don't think Godfrey is pro-black. I just don't. I don't, a lot of tethers try to cosplay the pro-black thing, but they do everything anti to undermine us. Like, you're not pro-black going against Lord JAMAR defending Professor Dave. How is Godfrey pro-black when he got one of the most pro-black OGs, Grand Nubian, Lord Jamar, was part of a legendary pro-black movement. He's in the culture. And dude, no person that's pro-black would disrespect him the way Godfrey did. If pro-blacks know that you respect your legends and your greats in a movement, that's just part of. If we don't, then we might as well cancel it out, because you gotta have ranks and order and discipline. If we're gonna say that Lord Jamar done so much for the culture, then that's a reason why everybody and their mama give him a level of respect as a black man. So how does Godfrey get the right to disrespect him more than any of y'all? The nerve of these tethers. You see what I'm saying? So all Jamar did was come to Godfrey and say, look, man, I think the earth flat and I want to share with you my new information. And he was met with ridicule. That made Godfrey go get the white man on his friend. And y'all talking about Lord Jamar wrong. He was betrayed, man. Imagine you, my friend, and I can't come to you with my new paradigm. You gonna turn on me. In fact, you gonna bum rush me, catch me off guard with one of my enemies, and then end up taking his side over mine. And I thought we was cool, man. And then Godfrey telling everybody he's mad at me because I don't believe the earth flat. No, you turned on him because he wanted to share with you some new information. He started treating Lord Jamar like he's an ignorant nigger. And he went so disrespectful as to say, let me go get the white man to reteach this Negro, this dumb Negro. Like, Lord Jamar knows physics. He passed science. He's an intelligent black man. He knows how the globe works and what they taught us about the globe. He's just challenging it. And the moment a black man challenged this white man's system, the tethers will take the white man's side over the hip-hop revolutionary. Lord Jamar is the same man that'll tell y'all black men, hey, brother, I want to share something with you. They lied to us about who we are. We're the Egyptians. Now, guess what? You may disagree with Lord Jamar and say, we ain't the Egyptians, we the Olmecs. But guess what, though? Lord Jamar opened your mind to the fact that we're not who they say we are. And he woke you up when he did that. I first started questioning who I am when somebody told me I was an Egyptian. I never even thought to question who I was until somebody said, you know, we the Egyptians. And for a while, I thought I was an Egyptian. Now I'm realizing, man, most of us been in America, but I never would have even been questioning who I was at all if it weren't for Pan-Africans. So I was a Pan-African first. But my whole thing is this right here. Lord Jamar has done so much good and enlightenment to the minds of young black men to be anti-establishment, while Poetic Flacco and Godfrey just tucked their tail to the system. So them calling him a sellout is just mad, nasty work to me.
Roped into it. Lord Jamar would even admit that Godfrey wanted to take a break or a brief hiatus to, send Vlad a message, but he didn't want to leave the platform completely. Lord Jamar said he forced Godfrey to leave with him. So this was all Lord Jamar idea. He roped a lot of people in with him. He blackballed a lot of people, made sure they don't come to Vlad TV, people whose livelihood was the...
Now, guess what? This is the narrative that he's misrepresenting. Lord Jamar did tell people at that time, I'm not rocking with Vlad right now. And if I'm not rocking with him, y'all look crazy rocking with him. What make you think he ain't learned his lesson yet? And basically people go and push it as far as you allow them. And you can say Lord Jamar did a little boycotting. Like our people, when we was boycotting the public transportation system in the South, everybody, all the leaders told the people, don't ride the bus. We ain't rocking with the bus systems no more. But once they did what we want them to do then everybody started catching the bus again. Didn't nobody get mad at the first black people that hopped back on the white man bus system. The boycott was over. They listening to us now. Now we can sit where we want to sit, and you guys can get back on the bus. And so imagine if the boycott was over, the leaders would have been like, y'all sellouts for riding the bus again. We you know, it's obviously cool now. See, the thing would be hypocritical if Godfrey wanted to go do a show with Vlad right now and Lord Jamar said something, that'll be hypocritical. But what Lord Jamar doing as of now isn't hypocritical. He stopped messing with him for a while. And it ain't that he's messing with him right now. People making that up just because they hating. It ain't like, okay, I'm back working with Vlad again. I'm his employee. They're having a sit down to talk about what went wrong, what was the problem, right? And hopefully I'm rooting that they get back together and that Lord Jamar go ahead and start back, continue with Vlad like he been doing. Vlad ain't gonna stop. He gonna go with or without Jamar. I just think that, yes, it does hurt Vlad not having Jamar there, but it hurt us too. Because the young kids listening to these platforms and stuff, and to me, Jamar talk about the most relevant stuff on Vlad. And you can't even compare his level of conversation to the stuff we hear on No Jumper, which is why Poetic Flacco is like really out of line. But that Tethers really be trying to hate our people out the way for real.
That's right.
On Vlad TV, people who looked at Vlad TV as a vehicle to promote their comedy show or their YouTube channel or other things they had going on, Lord Jamar took that away from a lot of people.
Lord Jamar didn't take that away from nobody. Check this out. Let me show you why he lying on Lord Jamar. If a person say, look, I'm not going to rock with Vlad right now till he make this thing right with Lord Jamar. That's regular stuff. He didn't take that away from him. If Vlad really want to work with him, he will let them come back and work with him just like he doing with Jamar.
That's right.
Jamar was the main enemy of Vlad during this time. And if Vlad will let the main culprit back, you know he'll let all of them cats back. All they did was fall back for Jamar. And Vlad gotta even respect that and say, look, that was loyal what they did, and I want to work with some loyal men.
That's right.
Imagine how Vlad would have looked at them black men knocking on his door to do an interview after what Lord Jamar told them. Vlad would have looked at them like, these black men are off code. They greedy, they clout chasing, like they really don't got no kind of power and unity because I just disrespected one of the so-called revolutionary leaders in the culture, and they were given a command from someone who black men said they respect, and they like the white man more than they leaders, I guess. That was the message I think Vlad would have got. These niggas are not organized. They need me, the white man, more than they respect their leaders. You know what I'm saying? Because what Lord Jamar was doing was saying, look, I'm not rocking with Vlad until he make this right with Farrakhan. So if Vlad make it right with Farrakhan and Jamar go back, that's power. That's power. He did what I want him to do, okay? He needed me that much. Sean, I don't need him. I made him crawl on his knees. And I don't think Lord Jamar went asking Vlad to get back. Vlad been begging and trying to get Jamar back. So my whole thing is, Poetic Flacco said if Vlad reached out to him, he'll do the interview. But listen, Vlad ain't begging Flacco for an interview. He begging Jamar for one. So you see the jealousy? You see the jealousy? Just because Jamar getting what you want, he a nasty sellout. but you work with Adam 22, and we know Adam 22 don't care for black people.
That's right.
How dare you call Lord Jamar a sellout when he's standing for the people way more than this tether right here that I'm looking at with them big old grapefruit kneecaps. Shout out to Red Wine Entertainment. Much love and respect. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to Sally McDermott. Thank you for your continued support, dear sister. Appreciate y'all so much.
And he did so under the guise of this is for black people.
What's good, Lord?
What's happening, Panda?
It's all good, bro. Just want to give you a shout out, man.
It is and still is for black people. You can't take that away. It shows our power. Because when Lord Jamar said don't rock with Vlad no more, I listened to him. I don't know about y'all. Drop a 1 in the chat room, black men, if you listen to Jamar when he said don't fuck with Vlad. I haven't listened to Vlad up until now just because Jamar back messing with him. Guess what that's called, sir? Being on code. Guess what that's called, sir? Being unified.
That's right.
Guess what it shows, Vlad? We'll mess with you when we want to, and we'll leave you alone if you ain't doing what we want you to do. That shows we got the power. That show we play when we want to. Jamar told him, I got that kind of power, and we proved it right as black men. We was standing behind Jamar saying, look, even though if we all don't even agree with Jamar, we gonna listen to him. I'm not messing with Vlad unless he get back cool with Jamar, because this is a black man thing. You gotta get right by our brother if you wanna do that, because he's somebody in the culture.
That's right.
And this is rank, hierarchy, respect, discipline, and ain't nobody gonna respect us if we don't move like this. How come these tethers can't respect militancy? They look at that like something wrong with it. They look at that like something wrong with it. Yeah, the fact that Lord Jamar can snap his finger and show the white man, I can take these black folks away from you and bring them back when I get ready, because they're here for me, not you, Vlad. That's power.
That's right.
Why you mad at? Don't hate on that. If I had that kind of power over Vlad, I would wield it too and keep him in check.
That's right.
And that's what Lord Jamar did. Why y'all mad? See, these tethers used to the white man having power over the black man. Let me say this again. These tethers are used to the black man bowing down to the white man to get what he want. And that's why Poetic Flacco will never get that interview with Vlad that he want. Vlad gonna keep crawling and begging to the Lord Jamars of the world. And Vlad don't want to do no interview with no Poetic Flacco. Vlad rather beg and crawl up the Lord Jamar, because he sees the man with the power, not the one begging him and Vlad, please interview me. I'll do anything like what you doing with Adam 22. No, Vlad like to interview respectable black men. And respectable black men, they got this certain type of attitude about them when they dealing with the white man. Like, hold up, bro, I don't need you. I got leverage. And you niggas don't see that. Y'all going out the Lord Jamar. Man, these tethers got y'all looking at this all wrong, all off code. These tethers got y'all looking at this thing through the tether lenses.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's good, Cedro? What's good, my bro?
Everything great, everything great. But yeah, I just wanted to say I had a personal conflict with DJ Vlad. And what happened was I was doing like hip hop journalism, and like I'm the one that started like the Everybody series. So I would put like 50 Cent versus Everybody, stuff like that. And I was actually getting millions of views. And I ended up getting like 7,000 subs in like 2 months. Right? So I had made a Prodigy versus Everybody. And I guess I used like a small pilot, like 5-second clip of DJ Vlad video. And he tried to get my whole channel took down. He was sending people to threaten me. We had beef. Since then, like my channel been banned. I can't even get views or subs or nothing. And what happened was I had went to Lord Jamar. Now, before I say this right here, no, I'm FBA. Like I F with Lord Jamar, whatever. I respect everything he do, but only thing fishy was I went to his channel and I was telling him in like the comment section, I'm like, yo, bro, this was going on. I check your boy, right? Magically, my messages kept getting deleted, kept getting deleted, kept getting deleted, whatever. But
You was going in
like
the
I work with
YouTube
yeah,
comments.
yes,
Oh,
on the Lord Jamar page.
okay. I just want you to clarify. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so this one he was like heavy with him. So he really broke my heart with that. Like I forgave him, even though I never met him, but I feel like he was on his side, letting him like take down a young black guy that's rising on YouTube. Right now, like on Social Blade, they said at this time I was supposed to be like have like 1 million subs. Right. So they really messed that up. But I work with a big company now. I work with a lot of celebs and legendary rappers and stuff now. And we was in a meeting and we were supposed to work with DJ VLAD, but I said no. I was like, no, I told him what he did, and they said no. Right? So I said that would rather work with Math instead. But now that I see the thing with Fat Joe and all that, it's like everybody losing their mind. So I think right now, bro, I'm front line with you. Like I'm tired of playing around. Like I'm FBA, like both parents from North Carolina, right? So
Yeah.
I'm really ready to step up and do it because these Texans is losing their mind.
Yeah, man. And my thing is, I want people to know something. If you are here from another, outside of overseas or whatever, that don't make you a tether. What make you a tether is constantly putting your nose in FBA's affairs like you got some kind of authority to let us know which one of our leaders is a sellout, which one we need to cancel. Like, we got to check the tethers and let them know that's another one of them things that you like. Where do we draw the line as to where? But let's think about this, right? If somebody gonna cancel LL Cool J or cancel Tupac, it got to be some black people with like guys in the culture that's got some kind of rank. You feel me? It can't be like motherfucking let me see, like, who a foreign person that came over. Like, I can't think of one off the back, but I'm just saying it can't be a foreign person come over here from another country and say, you know what, we gotta cancel LL Cool J. Like, hold up, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't even gotta make this about Lord Jamar. Let's make it about Cedro Star. Let's say Cedro Star is big as hell. You a top dog in the black culture. And some dude from goddamn Nigeria, he making noise in the game too, right? He sound like Akon type shit, right? And he say, look, we gotta cancel this nigga Cedro. And we like, hold up, bro. Like, we gotta let you know how the rules go real quick with this thing. Hold on. You're good. You can make good music. We'll let you even participate in the culture, but you don't have the authority to fire, cancel, and just, get rid of FBAs unless you're one of us, I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, another important thing, Brody, and I've been in the streets doing this FBA thing, like arguing with tethers and regular, just like you said, just because you from the Middle East or you from the West Indies or whatever you from, that don't mean you a tether. A tether is a person that, right? Let's just say, for example, right? I'm talking to a guy in the store, like he's from Africa, right? And I'm telling him, he say, yo, what is you? And I tell him, listen, I'm a Indian, I'm a American Black Indian, like my ancestors here. And he tells me, and this is what really happened. This is based on true events. He said, no, you're not. You came from Africa as a slave, and I was like, who told you that? He was like, it's in your books, it's in your books. So we end up having a big argument. That's a tether. You can't come over here telling me my ancestry and where I came from when you don't even know where the hell you came from, really, because y'all shit just started. So like, how that's disrespectful. You feel me? While we over here struggling, I'm struggling to get a business. Like, I'm just now starting to become the center star that I am with a big business and everything. Before I was struggling as hell, couldn't get a job, couldn't get a business, and you come over here, you've been from Africa for 1 month and you already got your own business, and now you telling me where I'm from? That's a tether, yo. So y'all basically are like our brothers and sisters and our cousins, like basically, but it's just like this, bro. Here's another good analogy, right? Just because like we all family, right? But we grow up in different households. My cousin can't benefit because my house burnt down and you want insurance. So no, we had to go through that. We had to go through our house getting burnt down. I mean, we all family, but we all got our internal immediate family. You understand what I'm saying, bro?
Mm-hmm.
So y'all are cousins, like the West Indians, like stuff like that. Y'all are cousins, but this is our own household. Like this, we're actually siblings. I mean, I don't know
You
if I
know,
explain
yeah.
it right, but yeah.
No, that's it.
Now, you spot on. It's not that we have to. That's what I didn't add also to that other comment. Them being on both sides of the issue, they also get benefits as when they come into the country, they get benefits. The things that they tell us that every time we bring it up from our political leaders, they all of a sudden they mention them the debt ceiling and they can't help us. We have to scratch and scrape from the bottom to get up. They come in, get a red carpet, get all these benefits, and act like we've been sitting on our ass this whole time, just not doing anything. But it's a different perspective. But at the same time, with all that said, it's good that Sanchez is pointing out the difference right here, so that we don't have to be having them thinking, oh, we just hate them. No, we just don't like what you're doing right now. It ain't we should be still networking, but at the same time, there's boundaries, that you overstepping. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And bro, like, you know what else I hate, Marlon? You know what else I hate? I hate that when they try to have the opinion on reparation, that just makes my stomach like really curl, because y'all come, just like you said, Marlon, like they come over here, y'all get all these benefits,
Mm-hmm.
but we built this shit. We like y'all really building stores over our ancestors' dead bodies. Like y'all happy sending money back to y'all country, but y'all not realizing like y'all gonna get punished for that, because even though like we still getting punished for our like that's just the way the universe works. Like the future kids got to pay for the back. So if y'all over here benefiting off of lost people and like stricken people, y'all gonna have to pay for that. You feel me?
You know what? You know what, Cedric? There's a lot of people that say, "Oh man, y'all being victim-minded. You playing the black versus white thing when we go here." But here go the spiritual reality of what you saying. That the wealth in America comes from a crime that was committed against humanity, and that there is something called a law of karma, and that the people in power can't escape the law of karma for what they done to us, in my opinion. But I think they can avoid it for a while as long as they have the whole world on their side. You know what I'm saying? Because check this out, right? People won't sympathize with the crime that took place of how America even was born, but everybody will enjoy the fruit of this country, which comes from a horrible act that was created. So it's like saying, look, somebody done a very inhumane act, and since I wasn't there when it happened, I can just say let's move on and get over it. But that ain't how the universe works. That energy and vitriol is still in the ether, and it ain't that. And that's why like nothing will go right in America. America just keep falling. It's one problem after the next. It's really the universe trying to bring judgment on this place, but they just keep buying time, and they keep. It's gonna reach a point where you can't outrun fate and your whooping that's coming to you. And everyone that's been defending the people that really do for universal karma, you will get caught in the crossfire. And like the devil want everybody to go to hell with them and have some blood on their hand. What they do see, if you steal some from a people and you become these wealthy dynasties, that run the world, guess what you would do with that, what you stole from them people when they start to rise up? You would spread that money around into buffer classes to say what you can't say, because the world keeps saying move on, get over it, because they feel like, well, what the people in power didn't do that to you. Their ancestors did. Why should they pay? We're saying they don't have to pay as far as we do to them what they did to us. They just got to give us back the stolen property. Like, we ain't trying to hang them and beat them and all that. Once they acknowledge the crime that was committed, you just return back. And so the thing is this right here, that'll never happen, which is why the world will stay the way it is. Like, they've built something off of a crime, and the universe ain't, even though we moving on, the universe ain't. The universe ain't gonna if everything will have to, it's cause and effect. And if you get negative, you get negative. That's just the law. So
I feel you on
Hey, yo,
that.
brother. Hey, bro, do you know that Chinese people got reparations? Sorry, pardon me, Marlon, brother Marlon.
Yeah.
But do you guys know that Chinese people got reparations here in America for what they've been through? Because I'm not talking about like that new bill. I'm talking about they literally got reparations from America. Like America paid the Chinese reparations for whatever they went through here.
That's fact.
school us on that. Yeah, you run them down.
Yeah,
on
I'm
it.
just now learning. Like
Yeah.
that's TikTok University. You feel me? TikTok University. But I'm
The
saying,
Japanese
Because
too.
I didn't
The Japanese
know
as well.
it. I did not
yeah.
know it.
So
I ain't
if
gonna
y'all
lie.
can get, so we not even talking about the immigrants about to get 300 million and they getting stuff in a third. We literally never got nothing. We didn't get a bill, and even if we do get a bill, it's not specifically for. They don't flat out say it. It got to be some riddle to make people like, okay, they talking about them. We can't get nothing, and we never got nothing. And everything that we got now, they take it away. So that's why right now, like, plus I'm in the industry right now, bro. Like, you know that. Right now, they're only signing West Indian and African artists. Every artist from like the last 20 years, like from Biggie and on, well, from Slick Rick was where it like kind of started, but then on was West Indian, like all of them was West Indian. Biggie was West Indian, all of them. They don't hire FBA for nothing. Like even the like only time we can get an FBA to like be a star is if it's a J. Cole or Doja Cat or Drake. You got to be half. They not letting no pure FBA do nothing, y'all. Go do your own research. Forget what I'm saying. Google it. Google up all the top rappers right now, 100, top 100. All of them is West Indian or African.
And people can't see. Guess what, Cedro Star? Our people act like they understand warfare, but they don't. See, because they looking for people to come with guns and all that, but people is coming with EPA deregulatory laws so they can poison the air and water in your area. But not only they coming with bio warfare, what Cedro is trying to get y'all hip to is economic warfare. In order for them to get to the next level, they got to economically cripple us before they can go all the way through with this. And that's gonna go into, what you see happen. You got to think of the richest people in the black community. They all getting lined up with Ricos and all that, like your Diddy's, your Bill Cosby's, Now listen, we can say, but they horrible people. Well, I just say, hey, you know how many horrible people over these labels that, let's do it all, But my whole thing is this right here. It's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. And on an economic level, they bringing in a buffer class to replace black people while saying that they trying to get the immigrants out. See, they got you looking one way while they get you on the right hand, because look, right now, they got black folks celebrating that Trump getting these immigrants out of here, while guess what? Hip hop is like 70% owned by foreigners. And y'all saying black folks created this multi-trillion-dollar industry. And guess what, yo? You getting 360 deals, and you leaving these labels with debt, a lot of these young artists, instead of millions. So
you right on the next thing I wanted to bring up with you, which is that economic part. Because right now, they are about to change money to digital. Everybody see it coming. But ain't nobody buying the stock that will give you reparations. I just want you to, I want to get as many of my people to look at it, because we don't do the nerdy stuff. You do the nerdy stuff. That's why I asked you to look into it, Sanchez, because, they'll believe you before me if you looked into it. And that's called XRP. They are about to go back to they're about to go back to the gold standard. They're going to tie that to XRP. XRP gonna be the new Visa.
You know
Okay, the
what?
new visa where
You,
like you could buy something literally in Japan, pay for it right from the seat of your pants in your house, and that transaction will go through all the way, right from straight across. No more what do you call them, exchanges for currency exchanges and all of that is going
You talking
away.
about the blockchain? And yo, Mr.
Yeah,
Marlon,
I'm
it's
talking
funny that you
about the
saying that.
blockchain.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Because I
Yeah,
got the first FBA. Look, I got the first FBA owned tech company. Like I'm a founder of it. Me and my uncle,
so
which is
you
one
know
of the
what I'm
founders.
talking about.
Yeah. That's what I do. Infinity XYZ.
So
Like
you're a
I empower.
witness. Am I lying?
you know
No,
what?
just tell me.
Y'all want to like do some type of workshop or something put together for the people or some joint, man, so
Yeah,
we can be
please, man,
taking notes
please.
and
For
that we
sure.
can make it all about that. I can be a student that day and
That
kind of
that's what I
well
was
we
going
can
to ask you. That you could just get that educational portion to the people that's
yeah,
willing to look
because I
into it.
want it, man. And I was saying, like, why would I do that on the phone or something when we can just all learn right here? Because I'm definitely interested in that, man.
Now,
Because
that's
Real
you
what I'm
can
saying,
talk.
make
bro.
you can
That's why
literally
I want
make a
Black
whole
Magazine.
village of millionaires.
Yeah, real
I'm just
talk.
saying.
Hey guys, drop a one if y'all down with that. We're gonna have a series going on XRP and the gold standard, where we gonna soak up the game from brothers like these. Y'all can spearhead that whole workshop, man. That'll be a blessing for the people, for real.
But listen, guys, for everybody who does music, right? Every day, that's what I do. I'm ushering in something for, because they keeping FBAs out of music. They're not even giving them deals. So I wouldn't even expect my FBA people to even get a deal nowadays. When we in the digital age, just like my brother Marlon said, we in the digital age, and I'm literally the forefront. I work with legendary FBA artists, Havoc from Mobb Deep, Charlie Gaddafi, and a couple of other like notable legends, Big Daddy Kane, Raekwon, right? So what we doing is, we teamed up with the Hype magazine. Hype magazine used to be the top magazine, but now they're still in the top. But now that we in the future, they have to change it to digital, so it's not like a physical magazine no more. Even though they do still have them, but we teamed up with them to make this program to empower. I mean, anybody can like come, but no FBAs first. Like we present it to them, and we don't say like nobody else can come, but we just brand it towards FBAs, right? So then
Mm-hmm.
we teach them about digital currency, crypto, and a way to get royalties and stuff from your music and make money without having to stream. And then all you need is like at least 200 fans. Like that can be your family members. Like you got 200 family members, right? And friends. You could start from like them, and you can make money off your music without labels, without having to sell your soul or sell your butt. You feel me? So that's where I'm at.
Fact.
Hey man, we got to learn this real talk. I'm interested in this
Yeah,
game,
because
man.
you got some serious beef,
Hell
Sanchez.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
I'm about to start, and just got my distro kid, so I just got to start feeding all my beats on there because I think my instrumentals might get more plays than my music for real. Some gonna pop off on a playlist or something, but yeah, I'm all
No.
in.
Look, what's gonna pop you
no,
off, bro? You trust me, man. Trust me. What's gonna pop with you?
it's gonna
You
be
are gonna
all of
like.
us. It's
Like this
gonna
is
be
gonna
you're gonna have your
look,
own.
make a lot of money with me, bro, because you already got the following, right? And most of your following, like you're not gonna be here because a person that's really got negative energy can't tolerate all this positive energy and this knowledge. They can't tolerate it. So most of all your followers is like chosen people. So they're gonna support you, bro. So with what I'm doing, when you drop your music, it'll be able to you have full control. You don't have to. I mean, you can still put it on Spotify and stuff like that, but you're gonna have more of the pot with what we're gonna want to do instead of having to share it, only get like pennies off of streaming. Like you can really, and then at that, once we support each other, we make money too. Like the fans make money off you, you make money off the fans. Like we all happy.
Yeah.
Through the
Yeah, we're
blockchain.
gonna talk about more of that later.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, salutes to this though. We're gonna make this happen. Salutes to the chat. We'll bring y'all back to the I'll finish this little review. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
The way you've been doing all these lives
Hold
and
on.
stuff like that, I'm always tapped in, you know, watching you do your thing.
I see you. I see you in here. I'll be shouting you out when I see you in the chat. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. I wanted to ask you though, before you get into the Kanye stuff, what did you think about when they finally got Vlad to address you the other day?
Oh, I mean, I don't think it was much of an addressing or whatever, but listen, what's he supposed to say? You know what I mean? Like what's he supposed to say? Like I wouldn't be. He's right. I wouldn't run up on him and all that type of. It's not that serious where I want to fight him and all this type of. So he's right. There's nothing to worry about as far as that is concerned. You know what I mean? We just standing on FBA business. That's all. You know what I mean?
But would you have a conversation with him in person though?
Would I have a conversation with him in person? Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. It depends. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate dude. It's just, he's, you know, would I rock with him the way I rocked with him before? No. Because, you know what I mean? You showed your true colors. You know what I mean? But it's not like, you know, I have a phobia of him or some shit where I can't talk to him, but I'm not supporting his platform like that. And I'm not, you know, I'm not going to be fooled into thinking that we cool like that. He's about him. You know what I mean? And I'm about me.
So we would never see a day when we see Lord Jamar back with Vlad on this platform.
No.
Even if he came out and apologized for everything and was like,
it's too late for that. It's too late.
Too late.
Yeah, it's too late for that.
Do you think Godfrey is going to go back? Because he said he's not going to.
He said he's not, but you know, I don't know about his integrity. So we'll see. We'll see. But trust me, I was the one that painted us in the corner of not going back on there because the homie was talking about, well, maybe we'll just take a break. No. I was like, no breaks. We either you don't do this or, you know what I mean? So that's what leads me to believe he might go back. But
So listen, this part right here is where Lord Jamar went wrong at, in my opinion. I ain't gonna get behind that. I'm gonna say he shouldn't have said all that. He was doing too much, in my opinion, with that. Now, am I mad at him for going back? No. But I think that, yeah, you know, I've seen this happen in a lot of different instances before. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, don't mess with him because I ain't messing with him. Now, the reason why I ain't that mad at it is because it does teaches Vlad a lesson, though. Because what happens is Lord Jamar told Vlad, I got that kind of power. And Vlad wanted to see was the stove hot. And it kind of made him see that, yeah, when Lord Jamar leave, I'm not going to do the kind of numbers I was doing. So I think it was a statement Lord Jamar was trying to make. And to make the niggas not mess with Vlad, he used ridicule. He used, you know, this down how we ain't rocking with him. But yeah, I think that, you know, he said a lot of stuff that is now when you look at it now, it's like, wow, bro. Because I don't think he wrong for going back to Vlad, but I do think that in this boycott,
his integrity.
I'm gonna replay this. I'm gonna see what I'm saying.
So we'll see. We'll see.
When you say that another man, well, you gonna go back and all that, and you go back first, that don't look right. Now I'm gonna give him that on you. I'm gonna give him that and say, yeah, that does look, you know, what they say, goofy. But that don't make Lord Jamar this big hypocrite and this sellout, though, in my opinion. It does make him look hypocritical in a way, but it don't make him a full hypocrite, because I've seen this happen before. I mean, you've seen females break up with a dude, have everybody hating the dude, then get back with him. I hate to compare Lord Jamar's situation to that, but I gotta show you how common this is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, your homeboy work at a company, he get fired from the company. He don't want nobody to go to that company. Oh man, don't go to them. He want to go to their opponent, to their competitor. You know, so
I mean, bro,
we
get
it.
It's like dependent to me, from my opinion, bro. It's dependent on what was in his heart when he decided to go back there. So if he came to him and he said, yo, I want you to come back on the show, this is that and the third. He said, nah, I'm not coming back, whatever. And he offered him money, a money that he can't confuse. He sold out. But if he's saying, listen, I'll take the money, but you gotta allow me to be unfiltered. Like I got an agenda that I'm doing with the FBA, and I feel like I could bounce this thing back out. It needs me because people already think you are what's the word? You a culture vulture. So me coming here bounce on, like I'm not saying I'm riding with your wave, but I'm here to just to use your platform to like bring awareness to what I'm doing. Now that's good, but if he did it solely off, oh damn, Vlad, I can't turn down 100G. I do it. That's selling out, bro. But if he just did it and you know what, I'll take the money, but I'm gonna be unfiltered as hell up there. That's
Now
different.
listen, I didn't even know him and Vlad already did the sit down. But yeah, a day ago they put out the first video. I ain't even check it out yet, so that's crazy. You know, Vlad gonna block everything, you know, you put on his. You gonna get the money from that video. You got the
But it could be
completely.
that, you know, Lord Jamar needs some chips, you know?
Oh no, man. I mean
Just,
that
you
I
know,
ain't.
I mean,
Hey,
I wouldn't call that like just selling out because he ain't out promoting, you know, Vlad more than he's, you know, just doing his role on the show, right?
Oh, you know why I will call it something out though, bro? If he did, because he knows well than anybody. Like he's pro FBA. He knows he's an OG. He knows what Vlad about. Everybody almost on this panel in this chat knows what Vlad's about. We know that he's a culture vulture. He don't come from the culture, and he benefit off of drama, just like no jumper. So he's conscious of that. So it is selling out if you know what this man is about, if you know, because you left him for like a reason, right? Like you stopped messing with him for a reason. So being that you overlooked that reason for like bread, you sold out, bro. You got to be honest. I love Lord Jamar, and I wish you would come up here and explain this stuff. But that's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be that. I mean, I'm just giving out, throwing stuff out there. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know, I'm just giving a what if, you know. But you never know with people, what's going on inside. You know, and if you sat down one on one with him, he'll, might tell you something totally different than what go on the Glad show. You know, because that's just a show probably to him. You know, it don't
I
guide
think
his
he would
content.
say. I think he would say if I just sit down with him, I think he would say, "Yo, said, like I'm just doing this because I'm spreading like awareness to his channel. Like it's a whole lot of effort going over there. He got a whole bunch of millions of views, and it's mostly FBA people. So let me go over. I'm going over there to rep for us. Like forget the I'm. It's not the own. Like forget the brand. Like forget the channel. Just watch it when I'm on there because I'm going to be repping for us." That's what I think
Exactly,
he's saying. And
exposure.
that's what I'm hoping that he would say. And not just said like he offered me 1.5 or whatever, and I just I got bills and like, sometimes you gotta make I make sacrifices and I'm not even big as him. Like sometimes I had to quit jobs because I don't like the way they treat other colored people. And I quit and knowing I gotta pay bills, but it's what it is. And that's what type of sacrifice we're gonna have to make as a people if we're gonna get out of what we at. We keep selling out for bread. That's what they're doing. Like all our leaders keep selling out for bread. Come on, Marlon, like you sound like an
Let
OG.
me ask you a question, Cedro. You think Lord Jamar selling out for bread?
No, I think it's 50-50 right now. And like I hope not. I think if he took the bread, like let's just say even if he did take bread, right? He said whatever, but he was thinking in his mind, like I'm not even gonna tell Vlad, but I'm doing this just to infiltrate what he's doing to bring what up. And like he's thinking like that, yeah. But if he just solely like, you know what, these people ain't paying my bills at the end of the day. I'm pro FBA, but goddamn, ain't nobody FBA paying my bills. That's how that dude creep into your head. You feel me? Like I know how people think, yo. Come on, like you know what I mean. That's why people hate me, bro. Bro, listen, that's why people hate me, bro. And that's why people hate people like you, hate people like us, because we see through all your bullshit. Come on, you got like you have some explaining.
That was funny. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, man.
Yeah, but it's real though. But it's real though.
I
And
can
it's
see that.
and
I
right
can see
now
that.
we're living in times of survival mode, and nobody knowing about what this economy about to do. But except for I do know that these large banks, corporations, like XRP been, holding where it is so long because they all buying in right now. All these banks is buying in. And you ain't gonna never get another chance if you don't take this one at $2 a share. Now they talking about this stuff going to like 500, 1,000, and then continuing on like Bitcoin, like this. That $2 might be, that one share might be $35,000 10 years from now. See what I'm saying? So when it takes off, you ain't gonna be able to buy in when it's, you're gonna think about it at 100. You're gonna be like, I want to buy in, damn, because it was $2, now it's 100. Damn, I want to buy in, but that's kind of high. See what I'm saying? So but it's gonna take off like that when they start making transactions worldwide with this currency.
Hey, yo, bro, let me tell you something, bro. Look.
Just think
Like,
about
I
how
mentor a
many
lot of.
times. Think about how many times somebody swipes a Visa card today. How many times Visa gonna get swiped today? And if you had stock in Visa, think about that for a
We can
second.
start this joint this week coming up, man. Real talk, cause I'm trying to see what's up with that. Real talk. I ain't missing no more waves.
We look, bro. We got to call, and that's why I'm glad I'm a part of this. And I was gonna call you in here, bro, and let you know I want to do something like this. So this is my opportunity to be vocal, very vocal, right?
Yeah.
Now, the problem with our people, right? We gotta crawl before we walk, Mr. Marlin, because you talking about crypto to them, that sound like alien technology to the average person. Like,
yeah, you're
so
right.
so
I
listen,
get
we
it.
not.
I get it though. I
So look,
do.
we
I
not.
get what
But
you're saying.
look, so look, that's how we should attack it, right? Our people, right? They gotta crawl before they walk. So most of our people are not even willing to invest in ourselves, right? We all got talent. We dancers, singers, sport, whatever that we do, whatever. But when we get money, like we want to impress other people, like we want to get fly, we want to go have for the time third, instead of taking that money and investing it in ourselves. We won't even invest in ourselves. Like I was telling people, like, yeah, I want to buy like a Canon camera. It's like the same camera they shot Captain America with, right? And he said, no, said don't get it. Let's get a $1,200 camera. That camera costs 100,000. Like you don't need this. And I'm thinking, like, damn, this is why we can't get nowhere, because I
Yeah.
can't even tell an average person my frequency because they can't fathom it. Because if I have to get a Canon camera, everything that I shoot will be Netflix worthy. And while you shooting on that little bullshit Sony camera, that's only going to be able to be on Tubi. You feel me? So
Yeah.
we kind of stunt each other growth, and then we won't work together at all. Mexicans,
Yeah.
everybody, they get together, work all 10 people work regular jobs and put all the money together and buy one business. We won't do that shit. Like we'll wait until one of us get up and get like a business. Then we want to go in there and credit them to death and rob them, and like we can't have shit. But we'll go support the Middle Eastern man, the Chinese store. We go get them all out money. Won't rob them. They can just deliver to the Chinese without even worrying about getting robbed. But let one of us try to do it. We'll get took down by our own people. And then then if we get past that loophole with our own people, we gotta worry about the government coming and doing sexy stuff because we don't look after each other. We don't watch each other back. And then this is
We
important.
easily divided. We are.
And this is
I
important.
ain't gonna lie.
Look, it's not our fault. Let me break down why we divided in my experience, right? Black on black crime, right? I've been studying black on black crime for 20 years, trying to figure it out. Why come when I walk down the street, I can't even look at my brother without him wanting to kill me? Like, what the hell are you looking at? You feel me? But you gotta realize we got infiltrated by a whole bunch of tethers, and most of the and plus y'all might not believe this. This is gonna be the deepest shit y'all ever heard. But I'm from Brooklyn. Like I'm from NC, but I moved to Brooklyn when I was young. They hire people from Haiti, Jamaica, and Africa to come over, and especially Haiti, to come over here, and they let them kill FBAs and let them get away with it and let them what's so when you walk down the street and you see a like a so-called FBA and you be like, damn, why he hate me, my own brother? Most likely it's not. That's somebody that was sent here and paid and told, listen, you're not going to get locked up. You can kill them. You can do what you want. Because think about it. We can kill you. But if you say said that's out of this world, just think about it, right? We can kill each other and get away with it easy. Or we kill a
We
white
already
person.
do. We
Yeah,
already
yeah.
do.
No, we do. We can kill each other. The cops can kill us and get away with it. We can kill each other. Like if we kill a white person, we'll probably say to each other, like, oh, you killed the white girl, you killed the white person, you know you're gonna get in trouble. But if you say, yeah, I just killed this nigga, he'd be like, yo, you won't even be wary. You feel me? So that's why they sending those tethers over here, they FBA whackers. And they cause like hysteria between the black community and make it seem like we hate each other. And then we, but it's not, because once I meet other FBAs, it's a different vibe. Like I noticed that because most of my friends growing up been like West Indian people, like Sam Third from Guyana or with Trinidad. But when I get with the FBA, it's a whole nother vibe. And I was like, oh, so this is why I'm getting the frequency. And I feel like my brother, it's not my brothers that hate me. It's this New York City is crawling with tethers. Like out of all the states in the whole USA, New York City is the tether capital. To like the point they have their part. They have the West Indian Day Parade. They have Juve, and they go out with like they flags, and they make us feel like shit
I can see
because we
what
don't
you're
have a
saying
flag.
to the degree that they're what you call
Othel,
a
hey, let me
sanctuary
give it.
state.
Hold on, 1 second. Othel Smith, I appreciate the love, fam. Yeah, I got it.
So
Yeah, you
like,
go, man.
yeah, I think New York is one of those like sanctuary states for immigrants, illegal immigrants. You know, they have a few states that are like that, that are like sanctuary states where you know they could go there and find amnesty. What do you call it? You know, when you're an immigrant and yeah, I think it's called amnesty or there's a
Oh, you talking
word
about a
for it.
refugee asylum?
Asylum, yeah. That might be the one I'm looking for. But yeah, there are sanctuary states there because you know when they had that what was it a whole apartment building took over by you know and they had the propaganda they were spreading around election time like the immigrants was coming over and taking over people's apartments and all of that. Y'all remember that noise?
Yeah, I remember that. You talking about the Venezuelan dudes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and all of that. But I think that was all propaganda. That was
I'm gonna
all
tell
to
you
get
what's propaganda too. This Donald Trump Elon Musk fallout because they know
oh
that
yeah.
they was planning that all along. I'm gonna talk about
You
that
know,
too at some point.
you're
But
right.
yeah,
No, you're right, because that's another thing to distract us from what I told you is really going on.
yeah.
It's about the monetary system. The more distractions we got out there, the less chance we're gonna buy in and get our piece. And we chased our tail all day long looking for rights, but we can create our own right here. It's an opportunity right now that regular people can participate in. But yeah, in the background, they buying all that stuff up and acting like it because they wouldn't be voting on it and writing laws right now for that shit right now in Congress right now. That's what they're doing. That big beautiful bill he talking about,
Yeah.
the same thing I'm talking about. Like do some research on that.
Man, that nigga Vlad cashing niggas out for them interviews though. I heard niggas getting a cool little bag, cuz yeah, them these
But
I might pop up on there. I ain't gonna
but you
cap.
know what? Hey,
For
but
the for
I'm
the
gonna tell you
bag,
something.
hey, I heard
Yeah.
niggas getting 8,000 an hour or some shit, cuz like that shit crazy. I ain't gonna lie,
I wouldn't
nigga
be
need that.
I wouldn't be too mad at Jamar for if he got the bag. I mean, because he's proven that I'll give up the bag when he boycotted him just to prove a point. Like, but at the same time, I ain't foolish either. Now I know that if Lord Jamar go back to start dealing with Vlad, it's a mutual benefit too. You
I
know what I'm
feel like
saying?
you thinking on it too hard.
Right.
That shit is just really just an interview, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit is just a
Yeah.
video, cuz at the end of the day, that shit ain't nothing, bro. That shit just
Right.
a video
Eat the
in the
fish.
internet. It's a
Yep.
trillion videos on the
I
internet,
agree
cuz.
with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Nah,
Eat
Dead
the
I
fish.
feel
homies,
like
man.
I feel like bro, nah, I feel like at face value, yeah. But maybe I just think like different. But if you are part of a certain movement, certain people just can't do certain stuff. You feel me? So if you are one of the
Man,
faces of
all that shit, I don't even believe in that. Nigga can do whatever around this motherfucker, cuz. Dead homies. It don't even matter.
Well, when he
and that's why
talking
some people
about
got more than
principles and morals and
exactly,
stuff like
Oh
exactly,
yeah,
you
that's for
get,
sure.
exactly.
Yeah,
yeah.
of course you gotta. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I understand it. You know what I'm saying? For
I mean,
sure,
I
I
don't
agree
expect
with
nothing
that.
from like you, bro. Like you probably like a regular guy. Like I don't know you, but Lord Jamar is a notable person in the hip hop and even in this FBA movement. Like, there's a lot of people that look up to him. So you got a responsibility when it's a whole bunch of people looking up to you and kids looking up to you. It's a moral responsibility. You can say, you know what, I don't
Hell
give a
yeah, you right.
damn those kids. They're not my kids. Or you can say, you know what, they not my kids, but they could be my kids.
Hell yeah, but Lord Jamal, he don't really be doing no super goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? He kind of just being himself, and he get paid for it. Cause that shit dope. I ain't gonna care.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, if he go up there and be himself, and he's still preaching the same thing he do, I take it as he just
And he getting
infiltrating.
paid. That's what I'm
And
saying.
yeah, and he getting his bag. That's how I look at it. But if he go up there, which I don't think he is, agreeing with Vlad and just not talking about what he talk about and just like that'll be different.
Yeah.
But I don't expect that from nobody but Lord Jamar right now and Tariq Nasheed. Like those are the top people and people like us. If you was on this joint preaching and talking, and you claim you conscious and you with this movement and you doing that, like I'm gonna hold you
Hell yeah.
accountable.
When I get on, I'm for sure gonna shout out this nigga Sanchez, man. I'm gonna be like, nigga, yeah, I'm gonna for sure promote all the content shit, cuz that
Oh, that
shit dope.
appreciate it.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm about to redirect us to another stream in like an hour. We about to have some debates, biblical Sunday debates. But I'm gonna ask y'all this before we do that though. Do y'all think this will cancel Lord Jamar and will it end his career and all that? Do y'all
Hell
think
no.
this will be a big blow to him?
Hell
I don't
no.
think
Cause that nigga Kanye still running around this motherfucker, cuz you get what I'm saying? So
that.
Got a good point with that.
niggas doing whatever around this motherfucker. So
Yeah, but
Kanye
that's
still.
true. But niggas don't. But look, niggas don't respect him and take him serious though. Like he's a clown. So like me, so right now, but I'm a big
Well,
Kanye
yeah,
fan. I look up
Kanye did lose a little, like
he get no
yeah,
yeah.
and that
respect.
nigga still
Respect
making
that him
millions
to
of
do that.
dollars.
You feel me?
Cuz
We
still getting the
respect him to do
bag.
that.
Cuz
Now
still
look, bro.
getting
Just
the
think
bag.
about it, Naga. If like let's say Jay-Z, right? Let's just say if like even though Jay-Z is not a big revolutionary, but I'm just using somebody like in the medium of the thing, right? Let's just say he went up there and did what Kanye did. It'd be way crazier. Niggas wouldn't be laughing. Niggas be like, oh, this shit open up. What the fuck? But since it's him, we expect that from him because he already put it out there that he out his mind, he crazy. He's saying he sacrificed his own mom. The dude that say that sacrificed his own moms, how can you even take anything he's saying out his mouth serious? Whether he playing or not. And your mother's in a coffin 6 feet deep, my nigga. That's nothing to play about. So I'm gonna take it like he was fucking serious. Because
Niggas
if you
don't hey,
even
niggas
worse, if you're not, so if you really didn't sacrifice your moms, bro, you even more of a bozo clown, nigga, because you bringing your mom's
Yeah,
essence into the air
yeah.
just a clout.
niggas don't take shit
That's
serious,
crazy.
cuz. Niggas don't take nothing serious, bro. That shit.
And that's why he's going through. Like he made just like you
Yeah,
said,
you
Naga. I
gotta
understand he
take your
getting his
mother's
millions.
death serious, dude.
Nah,
Yeah,
yeah, but I'm
like he
saying
could
these
have millions, bro. But
idiots.
internally, that nigga dying. Trust me. Like you can see him. Oh, he's still a millionaire. He's still getting fucked that. It don't. That means nothing, bro. Right now, at this second, at this moment, I have not $0 in my pocket, but I'm happy as hell. He got millions and maybe billions, and he not happy. He's still fiend for attention. He gotta have attention. Like he got a problem. Like he's dying internally. I'd rather be poor physically than internally be dying. So he's poor. He's really a homeless man. And then it's funny because, and now I'm about to get real spiritual, right? Ready, right? With the synchronism. And then y'all see that video that's going around with the look-alike Kanye that's on the bench and like homeless, and people saying like, damn, was that really? Yeah, like that really looked like him. But that's just the universe showing you like that's who he really is. He's a freaking
That's
bum.
really good. That was really
No,
good.
no, 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 no. I don't think it's him, but I think that was just the universe on some synchronism shit, like showing us this is the real Kanye. Like y'all looking at all those Jews and those cars. This is him, a bum. Bum spiritually.
Mm.
Yeah, you.
That's kind of interesting. But at the same time, though, it's like we gotta eat the fish and spit out the bones. We can't try to,
I ain't gonna
follow that
yeah.
roadmap. You know what I mean? You
Crash
can
out.
learn
I ain't gonna
something
lie.
from it.
We gotta crash out. And a lot of niggas don't wanna crash out. That's why we still in the same state, cuz we gotta crash out. You niggas is not ready to crash out. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all want y'all job.
Nah,
Y'all
yeah, I
still wanna
don't
be
think. What you
comfortable.
mean by crash out, dude?
Nigga,
But
crash out
Sanchez,
to the full
we
extent,
on a
nigga. This
show
shit
that
gotta
crashed
go
out a
out the
long time
flames,
ago.
cuz. Cause y'all, look, y'all getting comfortable with eating this shit. Y'all getting y'all money. Y'all got goals and shit. Whole time we getting finesse, cut. You get what I'm saying? If we crash out, all that shit gotta reset. So it's like y'all scared or something, cuz that might be what it is. A lot of niggas is just
What do
scared,
you
bro.
mean by crash out though? What is your
You
definition of that?
mean
Crashing
if you
out.
gotta ask that, then nigga, you ain't trying to crash out, cuz. You get what I'm saying?
I think he's saying shit more than like risk everything. Like forget the job. If you have to lose your
Yeah,
job, whatever,
nigga,
risk
we ain't got
like take a
shit,
risk.
bro. We, we
Well,
we
that's what
don't
I've been
got shit
talking
to
about
risk,
with the
cuz. You
crypto.
can't own nothing in this state. You get what I'm saying? You
That's
can't.
what I've been talking about with the
We
crypto.
don't got shit to risk, so it ain't even
That's
risk everything.
that's
It's
the
basically, you get what I'm saying? Just fight for something, cuz niggas is burnt out. I ain't gonna lie. We tongue wrestling and shit, cuz mental gymnastics. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, but it's like at a certain point, it's like if we don't do that, you get what I'm saying? We gonna end up checking out anyway, cuz that's how I look at it.
That's why you
But
gotta start putting action. What you gonna do? We're gonna start putting action to all this knowledge and stuff right now. That's how we creating our club and whatever we gonna do to inspire people. We gotta start from the bottom up, from the foundation. Like we can't just jump
My
up
bro.
and we get
The
reparations
knowledge,
like we
look,
free.
the
Like it starts.
knowledge, the knowledge supposed to get you to the point where you crashing out in an intelligent. You get what I'm saying? Fashion. You get what I'm saying? That's what the not. But you still gotta crash out. You can't get away from that, guy.
Hey
All
yo,
these
bro, you know what I
niggas
would
talking
say?
about.
oh
All these niggas
man,
talking about it's
you
a
gotta
spiritual
crash out,
battle and
bro.
shit. Them niggas is man. Them niggas is scared. I ain't gonna
You
lie.
know what I would say is
Hey,
crashing out, bro? What I would say the first crash out thing is just say, yo, if you FBA, don't buy from no other store unless it's FBA.
That's yeah. That's a major crash. That's a
that's how you
crash.
You feel
crash
me?
That's
out.
Right there.
Yeah, that
that
kind
ain't
of
even a
crash. Yeah.
crash out, cuz. That's something that you can really do without. You get what I'm saying? For sure, it's ways.
And do you know what that would do, bro? That would shake up the whole world because there's like a reason why, bro, they not supposedly want to
That's
send
a
us
fact. That's a
back to
fact. You
Africa.
right.
Because if we
You
leave
right.
here,
That
bro,
nigga
this
kept.
country is gonna go. It's not gonna be no culture. It's not gonna be
Cuz you right.
it's not gonna be shit. Like
Yeah,
we.
I've
But
been saying
another
that
thing,
for
bro,
sure.
Naga. Another thing, Naga, bro. They're lying to you about the numbers, about the population. There's
Oh
way
yeah, I
more
already know
educated
that,
people
nigga.
here
It's
than we
it's
fucking think.
trillions of people on this planet, cuz. I
Hmm.
think, in my opinion, it's trillions of people. Like I feel like it ain't. You can't put a cap on how many people because you ain't go everywhere. So how you know how many people on the planet? Cuz you niggas ain't go everywhere.
I'm
You
talking
niggas.
about as far as America though, as far as the USA. They don't know the USA. Like they try to make it seem like FBA is like a minority and it's not even a lot of us
Oh
here.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
for
like
What you
sure.
say?
Hell yeah, I
13%.
know that for a
we
fact.
make a difference. We make a
That's a
difference. So,
fact.
like I said, bro, we can start with that. Like, so not only like we can't just stop buying from the stores like this and the third, but we got to start from making our own stores, even if it's one store. If we all get on here right
Nah,
now,
cuz you can't
best.
make your look. You can't make your own store because they gonna set you up for the licensing and they put you in a trick bag with that, bro. Any way you go through them at all, bro, is the trick bag. So you get what I'm saying? You damn near just gotta start using your own resources, bro. And you get what I'm saying? Selling and using gold currency, cuz like that shit, bro. You can't work with them at all. You get what I'm saying? Or
Oh,
you gonna get that way.
but that's still being a party. Listen, I'm a person that work with on digital currency, bro. That's still being a part of their system because you see what Trump doing now. He making his own coin. Like he's showing y'all. He really showing people that's going over people's heads. Like yo, listen, y'all saying
Is
we
it
gotta
hold
learn
on? Is it
this
backed by
Bitcoin.
gold? Is it backed by
I mean, I'm not sure about that. If it's
if
back
it's
about gold,
not
Yeah.
gold, then
but we can
you
make
get what
our
I'm
own
saying.
currency. Like we can
It's
make our
not
own
gonna
currency
it's
about
not
gold.
higher than gold, gang. If it's just
No,
if
they're
it's
they're about to go back to the gold
gold
standard.
exactly, and
Tie
that's
crypto
what's
to
gonna
the
put
gold
that
standard.
currency on top. The gold back's gonna put the currency on top and deplatform the United States. I ain't gonna lie. That's why they trying to kill certain niggas, and so that don't happen. But shit. I don't know it all though, cuz I'm just you feel me?
Hey,
But
yo, bro,
yeah,
let
that
me ask you,
don't
like,
happen.
do you believe like that? They said that the U.S. is hiding a whole bunch of gold. I don't know if it's under the Treasury Bank or something like that. I heard like all our gold is like at one place. Like I don't know if that's a
Fort Knox. It's
like a
called
folk
Fort Knox.
tale. Yeah. So if we can
And
get to that gold somehow, because that's probably what they're doing. They banking on all that gold. You feel me? And then they trying to act like U.S. don't produce gold, like our country don't
we
produce
collected
gold,
it. We
huh?
collected it from all. We collected it from all over the world. That's what Fort Knox is. Trump talking about going to Fort Knox. So he can see for himself that there's enough to back the cryptocurrency. He's gonna tie the two together. So, because what we're running on now is fake money, fiat money,
Hell
monopoly.
yeah, that's a fact.
That's what we on right now.
That's a
And
fact.
that monopoly money about to be worthless. It's gonna be all them $100 bills about to be paper pennies.
Yeah, y'all gotta
That's
go
the
get
real.
some gold. Y'all gotta go stash up on gold for real, cuz.
The crypto is the gold for real. The
Hell
crypto is.
no, that's why I don't agree with you on that, OG.
Well, you're not listening.
You said
Crypto.
crypto is gold. Crypto is a
Crypto is. Wait,
technology
wait, let me
currency.
tell you first. Let me tell you. To fight back after. Let me tell you. The crypto is going to be tied to the gold like the dollar used to
You
be.
can't
It
tie
used to be a
crypto to
gold.
gold. That's impossible.
You can't. Well, you telling the government
You
that?
can say, hey, you can say you did
Think
that,
that?
but you can't literally do that.
That's literally what's about to happen,
No,
bro.
no, no. But what I'm saying is, bro,
But
if
don't
I
believe me.
yeah,
Don't I
look,
always tell people, don't believe me.
no, no, no.
Go
Let
do
me
your
break this
research
down,
first.
cuz. Look. Cryptocurrency is not nothing, bro. That's just a word. And they tie that word to a system of algorithms. And that shit don't got nothing to do with anything physical. So when they say they tie cryptocurrency to gold,
Right now it don't. That's what I'm telling you. They doing
hell
right
yeah.
now.
No,
That,
yeah, for
right
sure.
now it don't. But they once they get the legislation in, just like they do on the banks, you know, the FDIC and the Feds, they about to get rid of all of that and replace it with the cryptocurrency. That's what's
Yeah,
going
but
down right now.
a nigga can have crypto gold and not have shit. That's what I'm saying. Cause they could
Oh,
just shut the power, get unplugged, all that shit go.
you got a Visa card, a bank account,
Yeah, well,
just a regular bank account. You
yeah,
know how
yeah.
it works, right? You can take that card and you can go down to the store. You don't have to get no cash, no fiat money. Walk in that store, put a whole bunch of shit on the checkout stand, and then swipe that Visa card, right?
I'm saying, what if the power don't
So it's
work?
not that big
That's
of
what
a
I'm saying.
transition. This is just a different system that allows you to go international rather than just local. Okay, you could actually order something for China and actually pay for it from here. You can order something from Japan, and actually pay for it from here. No different
Not real
currency
money though. That's what
exchange.
I'm saying. That ain't real money.
It's as real as they make it, bro. It's as real
Exactly.
as they make it. If they give you goods for it, it's money. If they give you goods for it, it's money. If they
Yeah,
tell
but
you,
that
oh,
shit is backed by debt. It's backed by debt. That's why
no, the dollar is backed by debt.
bro, credit,
The
all that
dollar
shit
is
is backed
backed
by
by
debt.
bonds. We $36 trillion in debt, maybe 38 by now in debt on the dollar.
Exactly. So any
Yeah, on the
transaction
dollar.
to it
So
is
that's why they're trying to get real gold now and tie it to this cryptocurrency value. That's
how
where
can
the
you
liquidity gonna
still
come
ain't
from.
break that down? How that's what I'm saying. You can't do that, bro. That's
Because
impossible.
listen, people buy this crypto by the share. So that gives it its value because people have already invested in it.
That don't make it
So it
real
has
though.
whoa. You're not understanding. If real money went in on it, then they're gonna get real money back. They're gonna get real shit back
No,
from it.
that's the finesse
But the
they pulling on your
regulations,
ass. They
telling you that's the regulations that the government is voting on now on how to regulate it. That's what that is all about. That's the only reason they took, and they about ready to launch. Okay, so they holding it back right now because they done been testing this stuff for 10 years already. This ain't new. Ain't nothing brand new about this shit. It's been going on for years.
bro, they got the
Okay?
gold. Like you could trade gold on forex right now, bro. They already
You
doing
could
it.
trade gold, but you could right. You could trade gold, but that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm
No,
talking
but that's
about
kind of the same thing because that's
you
gold.
you
That's
can't mail
gold
your gold
online.
over to China to pay for something.
I
Okay,
think
you
you
need a
missing my
system.
point, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
But you gotta look into it.
They just know what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying too, and I
Y'all
mean,
cats, listen, man.
you gotta make a believer. I can't make a believer out of you. I can't.
Nigga,
That's
you
gonna be
ain't
up to
really
you to say.
saying nothing,
I'm
bro.
just saying
You telling me they about to do some shit that don't make no sense, but they
to
trying to make
you.
it make sense, bro. Like that's all you telling me, gang. And I get what you saying, but like I said, if it's not backed by gold, bro, because gold ain't
So
backed by debt, bro.
well, we've
That's what
been
I
we've been
open with it was backed by gold.
We've been
What
listen.
they doing?
We've been off topic. I ain't tripping. I can edit this last part. We just want the video to be what the topic was, but the whole point of the topic was made earlier. I just don't see this Lord Jamar situation how everybody else see it. But I'll get in the comment section and I'll revisit if somebody wants smoke on it or whatever. But until then, I'm finna redirect y'all. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. To the people in the chat room, to the panel. I'm going to get off here and go to another stream. Y'all can rejoin on that one if y'all want to, but it's gonna be a different topic. But let me do something real quick.
Appreciate this, man. I'm my bad on the topic. Travel.
That's
You know
all
what I'm saying?
good.
I want some smoke, Sanchez. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got a problem with you FBA niggas. Oh,
Oh,
that
yeah,
shit.
I'm
Oh
here for the
man,
smoke,
here
bro.
you
Oh,
go,
that
bro.
shit fraudulent.
I'm
Oh
glad about
man,
that.
bro.
Bring that.
Cause
Bring
that's
that to the
another,
next
Bro,
what's
this
name.
is
I'm here, bro.
crazy.
Front and center.
that's another psyop. Cause you
It's
niggas falling
another
for,
Yeah, you'll
psyop.
get
you
smoked
niggas
with me with
falling
that.
for another hat trick. I ain't
Okay.
gonna cap, cause
Yeah, man.
anything they can
Okay,
come up with
listen.
some new shit
You
right
got
now.
to
You
prove
niggas
it.
like,
You
oh,
gotta
that's
prove it. You gotta prove it. You gotta prove it, right?
y'all ain't proved that that's a new term, cuz I ain't been hearing that in the past 10 years, cuz y'all just started talking
So,
about that.
hey, bro, sand cut is a real psyop.
That's cool. I ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
just
That's
messing
cool.
with
Y'all
you.
fucked
You
up.
know it. But you still cool though. But I'm just saying, hey man, listen, saying it's a psyop but not proving it, I think it's a act of rebellion on a political level, me
You
personally.
think so? I ain't gonna lie. Hell no. They don't give a fuck about that shit. That shit
Hey,
ain't
yo,
gonna
bro, can
change.
I ask you a question, Naga? How is being a foundational Black American a science? Like, that's just what the fuck it is. That's how
Nah,
simple that be a science. Like, it's not a group, bro. It's just a title of
damn.
a group of people.
First of
That's
all,
it. It's like,
damn. You done, gang?
yeah, I'm done.
Look, first of all, the whole term, bro, is already like, bro, that don't even make sense, bro. What you mean foundational black? Like what you mean? Like
Foundation. Do you know what the word foundational means,
no,
bro? It
I know
means
what that means.
beginning.
That means like you were a part of the original.
Like you
Yeah,
help build like the ground floor.
I
Everything that's happening
get.
now, all this.
No. I know what this means, bro. But I'm basically saying, bro, when you tie that to the word black, which don't got no nationality or no history to it, it's just literally a word to describe a color. That's when you cycle yourself out, and you not.
Hey, hey,
You
get out,
can't
nigga.
stop the
Get
whole
out, nigga. I don't want to
conflict
cut
of
your
word.
wisdom. I don't want to cut your wisdom. Hey, and by the way, Sanchez, man, hey, man, I love listening to your show, bro. You're a good orator. But
Appreciate it.
Look, in
hey,
other words,
I agree on everything
hold
you
on. Let me
said,
say one more thing.
everything you said because
It
the
ain't no
NAACP,
foundation
bro.
and no.
Hold up,
Yeah, we got the
Naga.
NAACP. So what? You know what I'm saying? So where did that come from? I ain't never heard of that, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I'm like, if you got NAACP, hey, ain't that the foundation? That's what came first. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But shit, like for real.
What you asking me
I'm with
again?
dude. Like shit, this shit, bro, this shit came out of nowhere, bro. They just started slandering Fat Joe with this shit. I'm like, bro, where the fuck did the NBA come from?
Hold on, wait, bro. Can I say something about that, bro? That was
Let me,
crazy, bro. You said Fat Joe slandered us first. Nobody
yeah,
slandered Fat
yeah,
Joe.
he
No,
Fat
what
did.
I'm
Joe said we
saying
broke
is,
niggas.
bro, check this out. Check this out, brother. Hold on, brother. I'm not trying to get disrespectful. I swear to
You right
God, man.
about that, Cedro.
But what I'm saying is, bro, they
Yes, I
caught
will
the
be doing a
attention. They
stream
caught
about
the
California.
attention.
Sorry. I will be doing a California stream about what's going on there to the people that's been asking me in the chat. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. But yeah, Fat
It
Joe
ain't no
did start.
foundation.
What I
It
was
ain't no
saying was, didn't
foundation.
nobody hear about it until they got into it with Fat Joe. That's what I'm saying.
Damn, you ain't
I didn't
talking
really
about
hear
nothing though.
about
But
this
hey,
shit till
I
gang,
they
mean,
got
that,
into it with Fat
Listen,
Joe.
you ain't really talking
listen.
about
Let
yeah,
me
nothing,
tell
gang.
you
for that,
something.
but
Right.
there's a
I'm,
reason why Fat Joe was bringing it up. But it's
I'm
just
talking about
you.
Fat
So don't
Joe
put
right
your
now, okay?
listen.
But I'm
Don't
just saying,
put on the whole world, bro. You
do you,
didn't
do
hear
you, do you know what
Fat Joe.
planned opposition is? Do you know
Look,
what planned
gang,
opposition is?
look. I'm trying to get on this nigga head about this. Black don't got no heritage. So when you say foundational black, you
That's
sound
not
stupid.
true.
But
I'm gonna tell
that's what I'm
y'all
saying.
how
You sound
FBA
stupid.
ain't a psyop, right? I'm gonna tell you how FBA ain't a psyop. Let me just exactly tell you what FBA is. And if you want to say it's a psyop after that, then okay, then I'll give you that. But here's what FBA is doing. FBA is saying, okay, real quick. FBA is a group that is saying, it's a lineage based, first of all, but the group is saying, listen, the way that America and the Western world identify us on a historical level and a social political level is not the identity that we agree with as a group, right? They call us African Americans, and they say that we only get to America during the transatlantic slave trade, right? That was always a group of black people on this land that was saying we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. This was before Tariq Nasheed. So my whole thing is this right here, right? That's the basis of FBA. First of all, saying that we've been here. We're indigenous to this land. The foundational part not only means we built the foundation of America, it means we was able to do that because we're indigenous to the land. For example, the Pilgrim that said that he built America's foundation didn't know how to hunt wild turkey, didn't know how to grow corn. He didn't know none of the native plants to the land. If he learned everything from hold on. Yeah, but so that's one thing is acknowledging your lineage. Now that's the historical thing. Now the social political thing is to take that newfound knowledge that you know about yourself and know how to identify who you are on a political level, because they're grouping you under a big umbrella of people where you're not really reaping the benefits of being one of the indigenous people here. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's, you see, so this is what FBA is doing. If you really know what it stands for, what it's doing, you know what I'm saying? Look, now, whether Tariq Nasheed is the best person to carry it out and all that can be debated, but that's what the group is about.
Yeah, Sanchez, I agree with the foundational part. Like, it definitely could bring somebody attention to shit that matters. You get what I'm saying? But when you go ahead and you put the black back in there, you get what I'm saying? You might as well just call yourself a foundational American if you're gonna do that. You get what I'm saying?
Well, the whole black thing, the whole black thing is this, right? I understand that the word black at law is dead. It doesn't really refer to who I am, but it's a starting point because it's like everybody already know us as black people, but they don't know that we are the builders of everything. Now, I can use my energy to try to teach the world who I am, or I can just tell them exactly what I did, what grants me the reparations that I'm asking for on a political level. So that, just think about this. It's like, okay, FBA can be a group that's all about telling the world we ain't black. The word black is dead by law. That'll make us Moors then. We got a group for that. They're called Moors. They're teaching the world how black is dead at law. That ain't who we are. I get the compromise that was made when they came up with FBA. It was lazy. It's a way to say, well, everybody already know us as black people, so we ain't gotta argue that. Let's just go and slap that on there, but let's just let them know us black people are the ones that built America. Therefore, that's why we should get reparations or get this, or that's why we'll do that. You know, it's only designed for a political argument.
I wonder who was in charge of some shit like that to just say no sense.
It was
when you listen, let me tell you why it make a lot of sense. If you're trying to galvanize black people for one political cause, you got to ask yourself two questions. Do I want to make it a identity debate with black people when I'm just trying to accomplish something on a political level, which is to represent a group of people who been misrepresented by white politicians? So a person got to say, look, it's like me every day. I use the word black just because I don't want to be debating niggas every day by saying, you know, we ain't black. You know, you would be doing it to your auntie, your mama, your uncle. Hey, you know, black. Now, every time somebody said, so if you just want to get the group called black people together for one cause, and we all agree we need to come together for that cause, we can debate about the identity, the word black and all that after we get the reparations, after the like, we don't got to always have an identity debate just to come together real quick to get something accomplished as a people,
Basically,
as
what
a
you
group.
saying,
I mean,
y'all trying to come together on a common cause, on a
Right,
common
right.
goal.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
just
but
trying to
that,
come to goal.
It ain't every group's job to get in the identity debate. So some people just say, I'm going to refer to this group what we all know what we've been calling each other anyway, because that ain't really my concern right now. I'm just trying to, like, if I go outside and say, all black people, come here. It ain't that I don't know that the word black is like something we're saying for lack of better words. It's just, I just came outside and did that for convenience. So this one group can know who I'm talking about and walk over here real quick.
yeah, but we ain't gonna get reparations calling ourselves black anyway. We like, in order to get reparations, you got to be tied to a tribal heritage. You can't
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you.
associate yourself.
I'm gonna be
That's not
honest
true at
with
all,
you.
bro.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna tell
can't
you.
read,
Hold up,
nigga. If you start calling yourself
hold up.
purple, you go to the government talking
I
about some
Bro,
got you,
that's
shit.
two
bro.
different things. The Native Indians and the slaves is two different things. So
They
you
didn't
talking
call
about
I
nobody
wanna
who got reparations.
let me
Nobody who
say
got
something real quick.
reparations is calling themselves
Let me
any
say
color.
something real quick. Let me say something
Keep
real
that in
quick.
mind.
Let me say something real quick. When somebody owe you something that's due to you, for example, if I take something from Naga that don't belong to me, it belong to Naga, and I say one day, you know what, I'm gonna give it to him back because, you know, I'm not like my ancestors. America moved forward. I've grew a heart. And listen, I'm gonna give black people this platinum plan, or I'm gonna give them, you know, affordable house, whatever you want to give them, right? To repair the damage that your people done, which is good, right? And that'll really prove you are sorry for the history that was made. That'll move us forward. Now, if that's the case, right? If you want to repair a situation that you damaged, if I break in your house, take your stuff, and I say, you know, I'm sorry, I'm going to give you this back. Now, I ain't going to give you back everything, but I'm going to give you back this, that, and that. That's a start, right? And I say to you now, before I can give you your shit back, you got to identify yourself under the right name now. You calling yourself black, I ain't giving you your shit back when you're doing that now. You got to pick the magic name, nigga. Come with another name. Well, we calling ourselves the brown people. Nope, we ain't giving you your shit back till you. And now I got to play an identity name game, and it's like, bro, you didn't know. It's like, hold up, nigga. It's like, you didn't know who I was when you stole my shit. Now you want to know who I am to give it back. Now you want to get to know me, to return something that you took. You see what we're doing here, Naga? If you want to give me my stuff back, just give it back. Don't play game. Just say you don't want to give it back, man. Because because you stole my identity from me when you took my land, and now when you say you want to repair what you did, you're saying, what's your identity before I can give you your stuff back where you took my identity too, you know?
No, yeah,
Can
but
I say something important to Naga,
no,
please?
yeah. Hold on, let me just say this. Look, that's why I say we should just take over the American thing. You know what I'm saying? And just say we Americans and let them look stupid because they from Europe anyway. They're not even from America. You know what I'm saying? So they already immigrants, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you right about that, bro. We already been here.
We really Americans, bro. So let's not. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's just do the American thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we was here originally, bro.
I see what you're saying, bro, but you know
Greg,
why we doing it
whatever.
like this, bro, Naka, brother Naka? Let me tell you why we doing it like this, right? We've been preaching that for years that we Indians. There was like a time we was getting killed
Not
for saying
Indians. I
Indians,
ain't
right?
say no Indians.
Or like indigenous, whatever you want to call Aboriginal, whatever, the people of this land, right? We had to follow. Listen, because they owe us no matter what. Let's just say that we not really have, like we really came from Africa as slaves. They still owe us. So what we talking about reparations?
Nah, I'm not even.
No, no, wait. No, listen. Right now, I'm talking about the government, and I'm talking about legal. I'm talking about like on paper. I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about what we feel inside. I'm talking about this is what reparations is for. The reparations is not for us being indigenous. It's about on the lie that I believe that we came from Africa and we were slaves and we built this land. What's so the foundational Black
No,
American?
it ain't based on the out of Africa theory.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't do nothing with the Adam.
So
But
I
it's
so look
based
so
on
bro, what do we get
I'm
reparations
straight.
for?
Huh?
What
That's
it's
what I'm
based
saying.
on
Look, the
is that they
reparations is a
took
trickbag.
Let
indigenous
me
people
let me
I thought it was
let
based
me
and
on
answer.
slavery.
Let me answer. Let
I'm
me
trying to
answer.
speak on that.
Let me
Reparations is another trickbag. I want
hold,
to speak on that.
hold on a second, Naga. Real quick. Hold on. So look, it's based on slavery, Cedro Star, but the people who were enslaved in his land didn't come over here on slave ships. The slave master came on slave ships, and the people who he would enslave was already here. That can be proven, right? The fact that he wouldn't bring slaves from the west coast of Africa, and those slaves get to America and already know how to plant sweet potatoes, corn, okra, peaches. These West Coast Africans get to America, they automatically get off the boat teaching the white man where the turkey's at, where the rabbits at, how to do the horses. You know, we was the first cowboy. So that means you telling me these Africans from West Coast of Africa came to America for the first time and knew everything about the land when they got off the ship, and they was teaching that to the pilgrim. You know, so that's what that really don't. That,
I'm not saying, bro, that I believe that.
If I could come in on that though,
Hold on, one more thing.
So
what you saying is right because like I'm from Arkansas, we got what they call the Trail of Tears. That's where they killed like all the Indians at. You know what I'm saying? They came over here, they took over everything. They like that's why you watch that old school what they call that shit? It's an old school film they where they remastered it or whatever like that.
thinking like probably Geronimo. I know that's one of them, but
Geronimo, I think it was another one, but that's the oldest one. But yeah, they remastered that, and basically they was going through scalping their heads and all type of shit. Man, they was killing them. They took over this shit.
You know how many
gotta
black
do
That's
it.
why,
cops that
man.
went
That's
to
why
war?
most of the United States is named like have Indian names. The only
Yeah,
when you get to the East Coast is 13 colonies.
yeah. The doctor of the discovery. You know what I'm saying? With the Christopher Columbus, they already did that in Valley. You know what I'm saying? They put that they had discovered shit here. You know what I'm saying?
But look,
So
but yo, but what I'm
that
saying though,
alone.
right?
That alone should like kick them out. You know what I'm saying? But
and people
we sitting around looking stupid.
guess what? The Indians wasn't from Mongolia either. The Indians on this land were indigenous to this land. Like the word
They was native.
Indian. You want to know the truth? Is really related to the word indigenous when you referring to these people.
Mhm. But what I was saying
Yeah.
earlier, yo, like, I'm really know because I really did my blood work and I found my tribe. It's in Wake Forest,
You
North
can't do
Carolina.
you can't do no blood work, gang. That's not real,
Yo, bro,
cuz.
can you please just listen to me before you can say I don't, and then after what I say, then you can
Blood
say
work
what you
ain't
feel. Say I
real,
don't.
cuz.
Just let me finish. Not like blood work, bro. I did
Prove to
DNA
me
test,
that
right?
blood that all
Let
Hey, yo,
him
DNA
can I
land.
tests
please
is
talk, bro? You
real.
being disrespectful, bro. Then
Let
afterwards,
him
you can say
land.
whatever. Can I talk? Well, I took the DNA test. They told me I was African. I'm not saying that I believe I'm African, bro. When I took it, it says that I was Nigerian. It didn't say no Indian, nothing. But what I did was I looked into the statistics and really found something crazy. Like with those places, with those sites, you can really trace back DNA of who your family is. So you can get back 8 generations. So I traced mine back with news clippings and DNA of real my great grandmother and and it traced back to Wake Forest, a reservation on Wake Forest, and I found like the church where all my ancestors is like buried. So when I say about the African American thing, I'm not saying that I believe that, but I'm a person that's from North Carolina. I really had to fight. Like, you know how many fights I had saying that I'm Indian or indigenous? Like they were like, no, you're not. No, you came from Africa. Like, I feel like we had to find another way before we get to that point that we the indigenous people. That all right. So if y'all not going to admit that we indigenous, all right, so y'all saying we Africans that we came from Africa and we African Americans, right? And y'all enslaved us. At least give us reparations for like that. If y'all can't give us our shit back, at least pay us for what y'all saying our history is. So it's like a double
Hey,
edged sword. Either way, like they have to pay us. So even if we go by our
look,
history that we know or their history, they still gotta pay us.
they
Like that's the
not
only thing.
they not for to pay you for colonizing you. They look they extorted your ass. Why would they start paying you, bro? Like why would they pay you after they extorted you off your land, bro? And
Listen,
if
why would
they
they?
Let me
start
let me explain.
I
I
feel where
got
you
you.
coming
Listen.
from, bro.
Let me
It's
answer him,
like
please.
somebody robbing you.
I got
yeah,
you.
if
I
I
got
robbed
y'all.
your ass,
We
last thing
get
I'm
it.
gonna do is give you anything. I ain't gonna
Right. I
care.
got you. Listen. What the people who part of FBA that's talking reparations, we don't argue it thinking that we're gonna get reparations. Just hear me out for a minute. we wasn't thinking about no reparations. Black folks been grinding, getting our money. We know these white folks ain't gonna give us nothing that their ancestors took. We know that. Here's the thing. A bunch of white politicians started getting the support of black people by bringing up the conversation of reparations. So that activated later on a bunch of groups like ADOS and FBA that rose up telling those white politicians, listen, quit just talking about reparations, getting our people's support, cut the check or shut up. That became a bunch of black people bonding together saying, we see what you white politicians doing. You getting our people to vote for you just by keep talking about reparations. So that was the whole how you ended up getting groups like FBA and ADOS. It's so easy for y'all to say some a psyop, but guess what? Sanchez is a very deep individual. I don't fall for too many psyops, right? The whole agenda behind FBA is a legitimate one, which is why I support it. Because if you understand how these groups got started, they were responding to a scam that was happening in politics where a group of white politicians was gaining momentum just talking about what they're going to do. So Tariq Nasheed blew up saying we want tangibles, because the word tangibles come from the idea that you just talking about reparations, but we can't touch nothing. Then you had Professor Black Truth blowing up saying, cut the check or shut up. You had Yvette Carnell. You had a lot of people that were coming with political slogans to combat this scam that was going on of these guys just talking about what they're going to do for us, but never doing them, but just getting the support of all of our grandmothers, your aunties, get behind them just for them talking about it.
I get
You see
what
what I'm
you're
saying?
saying.
No, yeah.
You basically saying that we had to organize as a collective and actually let our voice be heard as a organized collective. That's what you're saying, basically.
Yeah, drop a one if y'all can hear me in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
But the problem with that is, right, if they give you any kind of money, it's still within their system and they are in control.
Well, that's just like going to work getting paid. Whatever my whole thing is this. Whatever you give me and I wasn't even asking you for it and I was minding my business is a plus to me anyway. And that's it's like you talked your way into it's like somebody go on a live stream, right? And they start getting so much into their feelings, they be like, and I'm gonna donate everyone $50 after the show. But they realize, oh shit, I got a little bit too crunk right there. Now everybody gonna hold you to that promise out at the end of the show where my 50 at. So like you could, at that point, the people didn't ask you for 50, whether they get it or not. If they do, good. If they don't, they didn't lose nothing, but you talked yourself into that 50. You opened your mouth. So that's kind of like what these white politicians did. Like you open your mouth about reparations. We weren't talking about it. So now when we say, okay, give it to us then, and you don't do it, we calling you bluff. We didn't lose nothing. You lost something. You lost your bluff. You lost all that support that you was getting just for talking about it.
Hey, may I add something though?
Yeah.
Okay, so even as a collective, at what point do we like stop talking though? Like I ain't gonna lie, like cause
you never stop because you got a mouth. When you lose your mouth, that's when you stop.
Wait a minute. I'm not saying don't try to reason, but what I'm saying is sometimes it is a necessity for a certain amount of evil or a certain amount of brute force. And what Naga said earlier, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. It will take a point. At some point, you're gonna have to crash because my thing is this: you got a handful of billionaires that's controlling millions and billions of people, controlling our lives, making us pay bills, pay for water. Our guy gave us all this shit. Why is we even paying for that? We going to the grocery store getting our fruits and shit, nigga. We grow this shit out the ground. You hear me?
That shit being like, poisoned and all, yeah.
Yeah, then they turn around and poison us with the thing they selling to us.
Here's the
so
thing,
we paying
man.
into our own demise.
Here's the
And
thing,
look,
right?
look, look, they owe us
What y'all
land. They
saying
owe us
is
the land. They
hold. I
owe us
got you. I got you. I got you. What y'all saying is facts, is truth, but it's still a need for political organizations. What y'all saying is more so the instinctive nature to fight back, and that's gonna happen on each one of y'all local community levels, because they ain't gonna attack everybody at the same time. They gonna do Hurricane Katrina, then they gonna do the wildfires in Cali, then they gonna do the damn floods in North Carolina, then they gonna do the tornadoes in Bama. See, why we saying that we thinking that we just gonna all get together and go to shooting guns. It ain't that primitive. But the whole thing is this right
We
here.
gotta do that.
I think it's more about organizing guys to get powerful and to get off grid. We should have entire lands with farms, with places where, you know what I'm saying, clean water, all that. So that's like really where the world is going. And you know, but
It's
let's
funny
go.
though, because if we actually all went to Africa, cause it's about to get fucked up out here, cause so if hypothetically we did go all to Africa, cause we'd be straight, and then we just come back out here when they
We
fucked it up. You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
watch this though,
We
Naga.
build the economy, whatever.
70% of North America is not being occupied. You know, when you ever ride through this country, it's so much beautiful land that just ain't built on. So,
Right.
like real talk, we ain't even gotta go to Africa if y'all want to know the truth. Like,
Yeah.
it's so
Build
much.
our own communities. That's what I'm talking about. Build our
I'm saying
own.
we
How many
can
neighborhoods got a black grocery store?
look. We can pop off
That ain't.
areas.
Hey.
We can pop off areas in America that's just got cheap land. Like it's states that's got these cheap properties. You can build what you want on them. Niggas can start moving to West Virginia. And even though it's hillbilly redneck country, all that beautiful land, fresh resources, you're building mansions up there. See what I'm saying? New money coming. You just building your own oasis wherever. This is what's going on. Like, and it's so cheap. Like, you think, okay, I'm gonna go to Africa where it's poet so I can build this pretty mansion. You got poor states in America that you can go build it on for just as cheaper. No cap.
No, yeah, facts. Yeah.
You can go
I was
build
just
you a
saying.
mansion in Mississippi and somewhere, man, for dirt cheap and be like, I'm talking about from the ground up thing looking dope. That's what
Nah,
you guys are doing.
for sure. Hell yeah. But all we gotta do is literally stop buying shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's just you know what I'm saying? That's a no brainer. You get what I'm saying? If the economy, if we just stop buying shit from
Hey,
certain
check it out. Panama Jet.
Biggest
corporations,
spenders
I gotta get
are
rid
us.
of.
We are the biggest spenders and not
you know what I'm
creators of
saying? Cause
trust.
Listen, you know what it
But
is though.
you
Thi-
gotta
This
learn.
this this Marley, I gotta get ready to shut this one down, and I gotta read a super chat. I ain't trying to cut y'all off. Hey, shout out to Panama Jack. He said I'm a truck driver and it's tons of unsettled land from coast to coast. Appreciate the super chat, man. He just backed up what I'm saying. Check this out, right? Here's what I'm gonna say. We gotta stop thinking that every black person got to do something before we do it. Check it out, right? The way you do it is you start empowering a few brothers around you, and you're building these little groups, little areas. Then you start going out of your state and standing at like, hey, look, man, y'all want to come into the fore? I got a group of brothers. This what we doing in our state. Y'all can do this in y'all state. Here go the blueprint. If y'all want to be part of this thing, boom, that starts spreading out. Next thing you know what I'm saying? This is what it, cause look, it ain't gonna be everybody. Even the Jews don't use all of their people. They got a bunch of bad apples and people that don't want to be part of the, and they disassociate with them. They trim they dead weight. We don't. You know what I'm saying? And so they only use a few good people that's networking together. It ain't a lot of them. And it's more of them that ain't with it than that is, because it only take a few people, that's down to do it, because the most of the masses ain't gonna even work together. That's why less than 1% of the people in the world are in power. Is 1%, yeah.
Yeah, these niggas ain't gonna work together on shit, nigga. These niggas is trying
And that's
to
why,
have a good day. That's
and,
all, cuz.
and guess what, Nugga? And that's why a small brotherhood can come in and take over the whole damn thing.
Yep. Hell yeah, for sure. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga Lord Jamar though, cuz that nigga need, you know what I'm saying? That nigga need to just start actually doing some research. That nigga just be talking. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like personally, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like he don't be knowing about shit. For real. That's just my opinion though.
Yeah, that's what the Masons doing too, by the way. Hey, that they got lodges in every state, and no matter where a Mason at, they been had the Airbnb system because a Mason can go anywhere and get bed and housing. They got lodges, they got residential spaces. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta go and do a whole nother joint, man. Peace and love to the panel. Y'all come over there and join me. I'm gonna start another one. Salutes to everybody.
I'm gonna send it back your way, man. I appreciate it.
For sure. Appreciate y'all every time. Much love to everybody in the chat room, and once again to the people that supported the show and the channel members and to the viewers. Can't